Welcome to Fenway Park, which is cloud covered for Game 3 of the three-game series between the Texas Rangers and the Boston Red Sox. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, joined tonight by Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. And tonight, the biggest news to start the night is that Jacoby Ellsbury's back in the lineup for the Red Sox. Yesterday, John Farrell said he had to be 80%. Apparently, he is.
I guess so. One day overnight, he's feeling better. That's good for everybody. You know, he's just starting to get going. You know, there was a lot of concern about him, hitting about 240, and you see what he's done over the last 10 games before he stole those 5 bases. The 5th one costing him about a week worth of games. But you know, you think about this guy, what he did in 2011. You can't help but go back to that year that he had. If he could just be, you know, 2/3 of that player, he means so much to the Red Sox. You know, the speed, but we haven't seen the power yet. I'm sure it will come, but him being in the lineup means everything.
He is back in, and of course, the Red Sox trying to bounce back after a loss last night to the Rangers, and we were reminded last night about how good Adrian Beltre is.
You know, I never knew how good he was when he was over in Seattle. You kind of forget about anybody playing on the West Coast, but he came over to us, and he had quite a year. Just spent 1 year here and hit 320 with about 28 bombs and 100 RBIs. Well, he continued to do that in Texas the last couple of years. And what a great player. Everyday player, plays hard, Golden Glover, just a hard-nosed player, team leader. They've been to the World Series with him. This is just, this guy is missed very badly here in Boston. We'll remember him forever.
He is batting 4th in the Texas Rangers lineup tonight. It's the rubber game of the 3-game series, and tonight, John Lester will be on the hill for the Red Sox in the finale of this series. Lester is 6-2 on the season. We'll come back and talk John Lester after we return to Fenway Park after this. Three-game series between the Rangers and the Red Sox. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. Well, a very good pitching matchup tonight between Holland and Lester. John Lester started the season so well. He was 6-0, but the last couple of outings have been tough for John. Jenny Dell had the chance to catch up with Red Sox pitching coach Juan Nieves in our Geico quote of the day.
All right, so Juan, John Lester has been so hot to start off the season, but the last few appearances haven't been so sharp. What have you seen being the main difference?
Well, you know, sometimes teams adjust to you. I think there's been some pitches that have not gone his way, and by that I think he wants to maybe looking for more. And that's one of the biggest things we're going to talk about today is, you know, more is not better. It's more to the glove. Don't let those things worry you and make you throw the ball harder or trying to make a better pitch. But, you know, something John Lester has been really good. People think it's only from the beginning of the season. He's been good since spring training. So it's been great. There's some pitches, there's some outduel. He's been outdueled a couple of times. TC had a great game against us in New York. And, of course, a kid in Chicago pitched really well, too. So he just has to stay consistent with his approach, and I think he'll be fine.
Since his last start, what are some certain things that you've worked on him?
Mostly have been direction and not trying, like I said before, not more, trying to generate more velocity, more stuff, and making usually pitchers real good pitchers usually get caught. If you're going to catch him, he's going to be early in the game. And instead of thinking more early, thinking more down, missing down, glove and lower, if you're going to go in and miss in. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing for him today, just focusing on, I'm going to be down early in the game and then adjust from that.
You said he's been good since spring training, but he's been good for a while now, making his 200th career start tonight. What can you say about his career in the majors at this point? Well,
I've only been I've been watching him from another side, but it's been magnificent. I mean, he's a workhorse. He'll give you a lot of innings every year, and of course he's had a no-hitter. Of course, has a World Series under his belt. So. This guy's a workhorse, and it's admirable. Anybody that throws over 200 innings in the big leagues for a long period of time, I'll tell you one thing: there's only a far few between them.
Thank you very much for your time, Juan. Don, back to you.
Thanks very much, Jenny. On the other side, it's Derek Holland tonight for the Texas Rangers. He's 5-2 with a 2.81 earned run average. We're back with the first pitch from Fenway right after this. By Benjamin Moore. Dunkin' Donuts. The Lincoln Motor Company in the new 2013 MKZ. The New England Kia dealers. Sony's This Is the End in theaters June 12th. Toyota's official site for deals via Toyota.com and by Southwest Airlines. Welcome back to Fenway Park as Elvis Andrus about to stand in here for the Rangers. There's John Lester ready to work here in Game 3 of the series. And the first pitch of the ball game is in there for strike one, and we are underway. Well, John Lester coming in at 6-2. His number is brought to you by Verizon Fios. This is on the ground sharply to short. Iglesias picks, spins, and throws in plenty of time to get his counterpart Elvis Andrus. The quick hands of Jose Iglesias. Handles the first out here of the inning as we check out the Rangers batting order. It's brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. Elvis Sanders at shortstop with David Murphy in left field. Lance Berkman is at first base tonight. He bats third with Adrian Beltre at third base. Nelson Cruz in right field with A.J. Pierzynski doing the catching. Jeff Baker is the DH with Craig Gentry in center field. And Jurickson Profar is at second base. He bats ninth. First pitch in there for strike one to David Murphy.
Well, you'll probably see from Lester trying to attack the zone a little bit more. You know, in New York, he sort of picked a little bit. Had some problems with the umpire. That's sort of a norm now. Everybody's sort of not getting calls. Saw Lackey last night, but I would imagine he's going to go out after these guys. He's had about 3 mediocre starts. He's due for a good one.
0-2 is outside, 1-2. A tough outing you mentioned against the New York Yankees. Last time we saw him 6 1/3. He gave up 4 runs on 6 hits. His 200th career appearance, all of course with the Red Sox. This is lined to center and sends Ellsbury back. He's there, and he makes the catch for the second out of the first inning. Let's check out the Red Sox defense. Is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Pedro Siriaco at third tonight. Glacius at short with Pedroia at second base. Napoli at first. Left to right of the outfield, Johnny Gomes. Jacoby Ellsbury back in the lineup, and Daniel Nava in right. David Ross does the catching tonight for John Lester. Red Sox are 8th in the American League in fielding percentage. 2 down here in the first inning, and it brings up Lance Berkman.
Well, we saw Lackey last night just pounding the zone. That first 3 innings, nothing but fastballs. If you're watching that game, Lester, he's left-handed, so it's a lot of difference going after hitters, but attack the zone. You know, don't have to use all your pitches early on. Strike one is where it's at. Try to keep the ball down. You heard Juan Nieves talk about pitching. Keep the ball down, miss low. If you're going to go in, miss in. Less is more. That's the one that gets me all the time. Less is more. Like, less of an effort, it comes out quicker. You know, I know what they're saying.
Right.
Easier said than done.
Did you notice any differences in Lester the last couple of times out from what he's doing early?
I always think he tries to be too fine. He's like a perfectionist. He's trying to just be perfect. And then he starts slowing down again, too. I see that. That's always been there. But that's paint right there. Oof. Oh, here we go again. I mean, it doesn't take long for me, does it? I mean,
third batter of the game. We got our first. Oof.
Don't we need this? I've got to have this. This is strike.
Everybody else thought so. 3-1 the count instead. Now you're in a tough spot, and now he will walk Berkman. Didn't go as they check with Sam Holbrook, first base umpire.
One pitch changes everything. Should be 2-2, and then you go after him. Now he swung at that pitch.
Now the umpire tonight, Joe West, is the crew chief, calling the balls and strikes. Sam Holbrook at first base, Andy Fletcher at second base, and Rob Drake is the umpire at third.
Sometimes the umpire's got to get into it early and get that right arm working. Let's go. Bounce around, right?
2 down, Berkman at first base. Adrian Beltre, the batter, hit his 12th home run of the year here last night. And that one zipped inside at 94 miles an hour.
Well, he's got good velocity tonight.
That's a tough Rangers order. They've got some offense, as they always do. As the pitch is in there for strike 1-1.
You don't throw much harder than that. I mean, that's good cheese for him.
There's Nelson Cruz waiting on deck. And a 2 down and a runner at first here in the top half of the first inning. Lester zips that good cheese down low, and it's 2-1.
A lot of fastballs early on. You got to be careful. You know, Beltre, I mean, Beltre probably gives him a little trouble. I'll tell you who gives him trouble is Cruz. Cruz wears him out.
See Beltre riding a 10-game hitting streak coming in. Trying to frame that was Ross on the inside corner, but too far inside. And Lester behind again here, 3-1. Second start of the year against the Rangers for Lester. Did not factor in the first decision. This is a rocket towards left, and it's going to be off the wall quickly to Gomes as Berkman will stop at second base. And it's a long single for Adrian Beltre. Liner off the scoreboard and left.
Well, he can have a base hit. You can have that. Just don't leave the ballpark. 3-1, you know it's coming. I guess that ball's down a little bit, but he knows he gets the head out. And luckily, it's just a low bullet. Hits the wall. Base hit. The runner can't go to third.
So now an 11-game hitting streak and hitting at .419 during the streak. Adrian had the first game of the series off, but back last night, and here tonight keeps it going in the first inning. Rangers have 2 on with 2 down. Here is Nelson Cruz. 269 on the year for Cruz. In there for a strike to Cruz.
That was nice. I'll take that. I'll tell you what, Nelson Cruz wears him out. 526.
It's brought to you by Acura. Triple and 2 home runs to go along with that 526. Highest average for any player against Leicester with at least 20 plate appearances. He'll drop that in for a strike. Went to the curveball that time. 0-2. Cruz has got a hitting streak of his own going, coming in at 359 in the 10-gamer. And a swing and a miss. Lester needed that. Strikes him out on the fastball to end the inning. Well, Jacoby Ellsbury back in the lineup will lead it off when we come back. It's coming up in the bottom of the first inning, and the Red Sox batting order brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. Hitting it off and back in the lineup for the Red Sox is Jacoby Ellsbury, Johnny Gomes in left, Dustin Pedroia at second base with David Ortiz at DH. Mike Napoli is at first base with Daniel Nava in right. David Ross does the catching. Jose Iglesias at shortstop bats eighth, and Pedro Siriaco getting a start at third base. He bats ninth. Jacoby Ellsbury back at the top of the Red Sox orders. He takes ball one. On the mound for the Rangers is Derek Holland. His number is brought to you by New England Nissan dealers. 12th start of the year, 5-2, the 2.81 earned run average, 73 2/3, 72 strikeouts, and opponents hitting at 246 against Holland. He's been very good. Well, yesterday it did not sound like Jacoby Ellsbury was going to be ready to play today, because John Farrell said before the game he's got to be 80% to be able to play tomorrow. And at the moment that he was speaking yesterday, which was around 4:30, Ellsbury had already run, and he was not at 80% yesterday. So something happened in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, 20%.
20. We got that extra 20%.
Yeah, it only takes 24 hours to get 20%. Right?
So maybe it's not as hard as I thought.
To get 100, right? Maybe it took a little longer to get 100 at 20% a day.
Here he is.
Yes.
And in the lineup, and certainly a very good sight for the Red Sox.
Yes, because he was going so good, and that fifth stolen base got him. I think he'll be a little tentative, trying to steal too many bags. I mean, there's a time to steal a base. There's an important one, the ones you really need, and sometimes you don't need them. Let alone third base. You don't really need third base that much.
You wonder he gets hit in the back, too. You steal second base. This one is going to be in the left center field. A base hit for Ellsbury. With more on Jacoby Ellsbury, Chetty Dell.
Well, Don, you were just talking about manager John Farrell and his thoughts yesterday during pregame, but he said that Jacoby came to him during the game and said, you know what, I don't feel any additional stiffness or soreness, and I'm confident that I'll be ready to go tomorrow. The Red Sox did say that they will monitor him going into this game, but they did leave it up to him as far as how aggressive he will be on the base paths.
Well, updated hitting streak for him, now 6 games. He had missed the last 5 games in a row.
It's not like he's been hitting rockets. It's this that sort of swing right there. That's going to get him going. The average start climbing a little bit, feeling better about himself.
This is up the middle and into center field off the bat of Johnny Gomes. Ellsbury will stop at second base, and the first 2 Red Sox have reached here in the first. Let's take a look at the Texas Rangers defense. Adrian Beltre, Elvis Andrus, Jurickson Profar, Lance Berkman around the infield, left to right in the outfield. David Murphy, Craig Gentry, and Nelson Cruz. And the battery, A.J. Pierzynski catches Derek Holland. Rangers 7th in the American League in fielding percentage. And Johnny Gomes not waiting around. Red Sox have been aggressive here at Derek Holland.
Johnny Gomes, he's got over 100 bats, but it seems like it's been sporadic. He hasn't really played on a regular basis. That has a lot to do with it. I mean, Carp has played more than we thought he would, but at some point, Johnny Gomes is going to get going.
Dustin Pedroia batting third again tonight. He takes strike 1 from Derek Holland.
Pedroia last night, 3-0 pitch by Ogando, looked like ball 4. The umpire called it a strike. It was a gift because he got another pitch. Fastball he got and hit the light tower. He made the score 1-1. We haven't seen a lot of that from Pedroia, trying to pull, but that was the time to try to do it.
Swing and a miss there at a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that was up.
Oh, this kid could get it up there too, Holland. He's strong. He's got some leverage. He's had a nice year for them. They need a good year from them. They're missing Matt Harrison, who's another tough left-handed pitcher.
No 2 is outside, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Pedroia. Holland was 4-0 in the month of May with a 2.31 earned run average in May. 4 victories matched his career high. Last start beat the Kansas City Royals as Texas won 7-2. That was on Friday. A 7-inning effort. He gave up 2 runs, 1 earned. And in his career against Boston, he is 5-1 with a 2.41 earned run average in 6 starts in his career against the Red Sox. This is grounded foul, and it hangs at 1-2.
That's what I was talking about last night. A 3-0 pitch. That ball is outside. Umpire gives him a gift, but it's not a gift because the next pitch he throws him a high piece of cheese, and he hits this ball out. Looks like a blast, but it's coming down quickly. Just gets out of here. La Luna.
The low tower blast.
Yeah.
One ball, 2 strikes here to Pedroia. Foul it off to the right. Holland taking a long time in between pitches there.
Holland gave up a lot of home runs last year. The home run total's down. Only given up 4 this year in 73 innings, 2 of them to Cabrera. It's not such a bad thing to give it up to him.
Pedroia towards short, could be 2. Andrus to second for 1, on to first. It is 2. 6-4-3 as Ellsbury takes third base. And Pedroia frustrated.
Sometimes fastballs middle turn into double play balls. He just rolls it over. Almost a bad hop to Andrus, but you see Profar turn it. Kind of forget Kinsler's not around.
Yes.
There's a new kid on the block, Profar.
And Kinsler on the DL. That is the 9th double play that Dustin Pedroia has grounded into. That is tied for the team lead in that category. Also, David Ortiz has grounded into 9 double plays. There's Big Papi hitting at 327. And at 382 so far this season. Against right-handers, against left-handers for Ortiz, he's hitting at 250. 3 of his 10 home runs have been against left-handed pitchers. On the ground right side. Profar with the shift on will throw out Ortiz to end the inning. We are scoreless at Fenway Park. It's a fun night at the ballpark. Second inning back at Fenway Park. Be alert. Foul balls and bats do indeed hurt. In the box seats especially as John Lester stares in as A.J. Pierzynski leads it off and swing and a miss for strike 1. Foul tipped it. It's Pierzynski, Baker, and Gentry. 6, 7, and 8 here for the Rangers in the second inning. Outfield set up straight away here on Pierzynski. Started every game of the series. That's not unusual. Guy likes to be in there every day. This is driven to right field up over the head of Nava. And it'll one hop up into the seats. A ground rule double for A.J. Pierzynski.
That ball has a chance to be out of a lot of ballparks. Didn't hook it down the line, but this is a cutter that just doesn't cut. You know, it stays right there, inner half, and he just goes there and hooks this ball on a line easily. One hops into the seats, but a lot of ballparks that's gone.
So a leadoff double here for Pierzynski, and here is Jeff Baker. 339, 6 homers, and 11 runs batted in. He is the DH. And we saw Mitch Moreland leave the game last night. He was placed on the DL today by the Rangers with a hamstring pull, as it turns out.
Big play last night. Baker didn't move up on a bunt.
Yes.
He eventually scored, though. Andrus hit the double that eventually scored him.
After he pinch ran for Mitch Moreland, as pitches up top.
Yeah, he's 6 for 8 off of Lester. It's unusual. In a clean little 750. I can't remember him really facing him.
No.
You know, we haven't seen a lot of Baker. Well, Lester's seen him 8 times. He's got 6 knocks.
2-0 pitch, a miss inside. 3-0. Lester did walk a batter in the first, get out of a first and second 2-out jam with a strikeout of Nelson Cruz, a guy who has worn out John Lester over the years, and was able to strike him out to end things in the first inning. And that's a strike over the outside corner. This one fouled straight back, full count.
Boy, he went right after him right there. 3-1, beat him on a fastball.
Greg Gentry waiting on deck here for the Rangers in the top of the second inning. In the air down the right field line towards the pole, and that ball will be foul. Nice grab by a fan in the air. We'll remind you to get set for every Red Sox game on NESN with Red Sox Game Day Live presented by DCU. NESN's pregame coverage of the Sox begins an hour before every game. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union, banking the DCU way. There's that grab down the right field line. Nicely done. That's why you bring the glove. You never know. Oh, Baker drives this to deep left field. Comes a look up, and that will ride right out of Fenway Park. A blast up over everything. A 2-run shot for Jeff Baker, his 7th home run of the year. And the Rangers take a 2-0 lead.
I was about to say, you know, ball 4 wouldn't be the end of the world right now with Baker at 6 for 8 off of him. He threw him a cutter. He fouled it off the pitch before. Threw him another cutter, and he crushes this ball. This is middle, lift, takeoff. See ya. Who is this Baker? Huh? This guy's got some pop.
See where this lands.
My goodness.
On the roof across the street.
He's there to face left-handed pitching, and he's there to face Lester.
Well, this season he has been 4 for 9 against Boston in the season series. That's his 2nd home run of the season series.
Boy, he had a bullet off of Bailey last night in the 9th inning. You remember bullets, you know. A guy hits the ball hard, you remember.
Showing bunt that time. Gentry pulls it back.
He's a pass-around pack, man. He was everywhere. The Cubs, Detroit, Atlanta last year.
Back up a second. He was a what?
Pass-around. You know.
The pass-around pack?
Pass-around pack.
Meaning he's been several places.
Yes.
This is in the air out to right center field. Over comes Ellsbury. He'll make the catch for the first out as Lester tries to bounce back here after the 2-run home run.
You know, a lot of people like him. I mean, you know.
Well, Gulf Oil is proud to be the official electricity provider of the Boston Red Sox. 1 out here in the second inning. Erickson Profar, the batter, a chance to play on a more regular basis with Ian Kinsler on the DL. Profar hitting at 295 as he takes a pitch inside.
You know, a cutter for a strike to a right-handed hitter is not a good pitch. And the good pitch is that cutter down and in. It's a ball. The cutter for a ball is the pitch. But you get 3 and 2, you try to throw a strike. You know, I think that's what's happened to Lester a lot. You know, I bet you we've talked about cutters with Lester till we're blue in the face.
Because he
right?
throws a lot of cutters.
He throws a lot of cutters. The whole world, though, he throws cutters. It's when you're going to throw them. You bury them. You know, you get 2 strikes on somebody or try to get in on somebody. But everybody's got that in their brain.
So it's when and where.
Yeah, he's been in this league a long, long time, Lester. You know, he's making adjustments all the time. And sometimes we may get on him because, you know, he picks. Well, you know, you got to pitch a little bit. You can't just go out and go after people. That's the easy thing to say. Just go after him.
Walks the number 9 man here in Profar. The second walk given up by Lester tonight.
But let's face it, he hasn't really had that edge the last, 3 or 4 starts. And you know it with Lester when you see it. I mean, he's thrown a lot of pitches. Every start he's been out there, he's thrown over 100 pitches, except his first start. And that was, you know, in New York early in the season. But I know he's a horse. But, you know, you get worn down throughout the season. And you know, he's not been sharp. Location-wise.
Last 2 starts had 116 pitches. Last time out, 124. The start before that. And both were not wins. A loss and a no decision. His last win was at Tampa Bay on May 15th. And with that win, had a 6-0 record to begin the year. Since then, 2 losses and a no decision. Lost at Chicago against the White Sox and lost last time out against the Yankees in a 6 1/3 inning effort. Just off the outside edge, 2-0.
You know, not like last year. Last year was, to me, you know, it's going to happen when you have a long career. You know, last year they got a lot of hits off him. You know, he was very hittable last year. It's not like he gets stung when he gets beat. More than anything, it's just his lack of command. He walks guys. Doesn't look pretty, you know, when he gets beat. But they score Lester a lot of runs over the course of his career. Playing for the Red Sox, they have scored him a ton of runs, and he's pitched well. And the combination has made him close to 50 games over 500.
Well, he trails 2-0 tonight after the 2-run home run in this inning by Jeff Baker. There's Elvis Andrus. It is now the second time through the Rangers' order for Lester. Also seems lately there's a lot of stressful innings for him. Just not easy innings.
And then when they're stressful, then they seem long. And then all of a sudden you get into his tempo again. Like, boy, he's taking a long time again. You know, that was the big issue, right?
Early on.
Him and Buckles. That's all we talked about. Boy, their tempo is great. Well, you know, when you get in trouble, you got to slow down.
In the dirt, and it's 3-1. Why do you have to slow down?
Well, they say, I've learned when guys get on base, you want to make the hitters anxious, you know, so they're going to swing the bat, and the longer you take, the more anxious they get. But we get sort of annoyed watching it.
Announcers don't like it.
No, announcers don't like it. But as
Did you think about that when you were pitching?
No,
what announcers were thinking?
Not at all. Kidding me? Who are the announcers anyway?
3-1 pitch is lifted foul down the right field line.
I don't even think I knew who was announcing the game. No,
that's brutal. That's not true. You were very close with Dick Stockton. Still are. You knew who was announcing the games.
Yeah, you're right. I can't say that. Just trying to dog you.
Elvis. Who knew that some years later you'd be wearing announcer uniforms like we have on tonight, huh?
Yeah, careful.
3-2 pitch coming to Andrus. It is chopped down the third baseline. Siriaco behind the bag at third has one play, and he makes it across the diamond for the second out of the inning. And as Profar takes second base. I want to remind you to see tomorrow's Stars play at Futures at Fenway, presented by Xfinity on July 27th when the Portland Sea Dogs take on the Harrisburg Senators. This is a family-friendly event. Also features Dog Day at Fenway and a performance by Kids Bop Kids, Billboard's #1 kids artist of the year. Tickets start at $5 and can be purchased at redsox.com/futures or by calling 877-RED-SOX-9. 2 down in the inning. Erickson Profar at second base, and here's David Murphy flying out to center field in the first inning. Murphy getting timeout from Joe West, former first-round draft choice by the Boston Red Sox. Traded to Texas, part of the Eric Gagne deal.
What a bad deal.
Did not work out too well. This is on the ground right side. Pedroia ranges to his left, and that'll wrap up the inning. Well, David Ross, a bad third next inning. We'll also get a healthy tip from him when we come back. Someone's asking if we get 2-for-1 deals on these suits.
Are they? Oh, God.
This is on top of Boston as we head to the bottom of the second inning. And it is Mike Napoli, Daniel Nave, and David Ross featured here in the inning against Derek Holland. And a big double play in the first as the Red Sox had their first two batters reach.
Didn't Derek Holland used to feature a mustache?
Yes, it was
right?
not good either. I
No, that's why I remember.
Yeah, that's why he kind of stuck out.
And he was proud of it, wasn't
he?
He got a lot of attention for it. But it's not there now, right? No,
it's gone.
He finally got smart.
See, a mustache doesn't work for everybody. I mean, as you know.
No.
I mean, you look good with a mustache. You've looked good with a mustache for a long time.
Well, I'm not going to cut it off.
Right. At this point, no one knew who you were if you did. Have you ever gone without it?
It's been a while. I mean, it's been probably 30 years.
Wow.
But
a lot of people are wondering if we got this suit deal 2-for-1 tonight.
That's
we did not.
I know that was. If I had known you were wearing that suit, believe me, I'm not wearing the suit.
Really, you would have gone in a different direction.
Yeah,
you don't like the uniform.
So we didn't mean to do this
at all.
We're not like pals, calling each other and stuff. What are you wearing, buddy? It ain't happening.
No,
that wasn't happening.
See, because I think mine pops too. That was the other thing.
The tie makes a kick.
Yeah.
This color kind of flushes me. Like I kind of loses my.
You lose your bronze?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
This is going to be popped up down the right field line, foul.
Not that anybody cares, but
here I thought we were pals, and now we're not.
No, that doesn't look good. I really don't think it looks good.
I think it's a different shade.
I like your tie, though.
Not.
I do like your tie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You do that on purpose? The blue thing?
No, but I
you have a tendency to go with the blue.
I do go with a lot of blues.
Yeah.
I like blue.
Right. Plays off your eyes, right?
Thank you. Bring it to the count. 20th pitch, and Napoli will line it towards right center field. Is going to get down. And over to play it is the center fielder, Gentry. Napoli's thinking, too, better hurry. Throw to second base, waiting for him, and he is out. Made what appeared to be a good decision, but ends up being a bad one on a very good throw from the center fielder, Gentry, to get him.
What a throw from Gentry. When that ball went in the gap and it got by Cruz, I said, that is a double easy. 3-2 fastball. He smokes in the gap. This ball gets by Cruz. There's no chance. You talk about Gentry going the other way. He spins all the way around. Look at the pick. Look at that pick by Andres and the tag. The spin, the one-hop throw, pick by Andres. That's the play. The throw and the pick and the slow runner. Adds to an out at second base.
Second outfield assist of the year. Had 7 last year. And there's one down in the inning now for Nava. He slides down the order after leading off last 5 days in the absence of Ellsbury, and Nava is batting out of the 6th spot tonight.
That's a highlight tape right there. I mean, that doesn't get any better than that.
This one fouled up into the top deck off to the right.
Do you know Gentry had that kind of arm?
No.
Ooh. Everybody's snatching balls tonight.
One pitch is going to miss for ball 2, 2-1.
Well, that's huge for a pitcher. You know, you give up a gapper like that, and now you got one out. You got back on the mound. It's all forgotten.
It's like it didn't happen.
Like it didn't even happen. That's when you're going good.
Off the end of the bat, foul, 2-2. Sent foul off to the right up into the top deck, in and out.
I bet you didn't think we'd see Nava hit right-handed a lot this year, did you?
No.
Coming out of spring training, there's no way you're thinking he's going to get these at bats right-handed.
I got to be honest, I didn't think we'd see a lot of Daniel Nava this season coming out of spring training, because during the off season they asked him to bring a first base glove with him to spring training. He did that, did well, but you kind of wondered where he fit in. There is strike 3. He's fit in very well. Well, we promised you the healthy tip, and Jenny, we're going to get it.
That's right. Don Nesson and Tufts Health Plan want to keep our fans healthy, so David Ross brings us our Tufts Health Plan healthy tip, and it's how he starts his day off in a healthy way.
I like oatmeal in the morning. It gives me a lot of fiber and keeps me full throughout the day, so I don't constantly be hungry during the day. So just a nice breakfast in the morning, I think, is something good to start off. I think it's the number one meal of the day, right?
What do you like for breakfast?
So oatmeal for breakfast.
Yeah, you ever done that?
No.
I did that for a while. You know, you get into a thing, you do oatmeal a lot.
Really?
Yeah, it's not easy to make, unless you get that instant oatmeal.
I just don't like the taste. It's like taking a bite out of the wall. It's kind of.
I've been doing toast with peanut butter.
Really?
You're looking for something to stay in you for a while.
Yogurt and fruit is what I do in the morning. That's it. That's all you get.
That's how you stay so felt.
Well, no, I'm boiling at the moment.
You're trying, though.
I'm trying.
You're always trying.
Sort of.
Yeah.
189, 4 homers, 5 runs batted in for David Ross. 2 outs here in the inning. And this one coming back and to our right.
But breakfast, important meal. It is.
I guess it is.
I never thought so when I was young. I didn't
eat
I didn't
breakfast
think
at
anything
all?
of it. I'd just drink coffee, and then all of a sudden I'd be starving at some point and say, hey, I forgot to eat breakfast.
Move right into lunch.
Yeah, exactly.
Swing and a miss, and Ross will strike out Brzezinski. He's got to throw him out, and he does to end the inning. A good play at second base for the Rangers. Gentry guns down Napoli. We're through 2. Enjoys the lead here at Fenway. Is leading it off for the Rangers is Lance Berkman. Will be followed by Adrian Beltre and Nelson Cruz in the inning. Tough part of this Rangers order: 3, 4, and 5. Berkman walked in the first inning, one of 2 walks given up by John Lester in the game. Strike over the inside corner. He's been able to use that curveball and throw it for a strike on the night, and that's that one over. 0-2. Now trying to work the outside corner and misses. 1-2. A 2-man on with 2 outs in the first. Got out of it. Gave up a 2-run home run in the second. Now this is hit well to left. And it'll be off the wall and left. Gomes with a bit of a bobble. Heading for 2 now is Berkman, and he will be out at second base. Randy Fletcher took a long time to make that call. He waited for the awkward slide that time by Berkman, if that's what it was. It was very strange hitting into second base, and he is gunned down by Gomes.
Turnabout fair play, back-to-back innings. Leadoff runner getting thrown out. You see a high changeup. Berkman kind of hits the ball at the end of the bat, but he must have hit it pretty good. 3/4 away up the wall. Gomes has a little trouble with it, but he's out so far that even a bad throw off line, Pedroia has enough time to go back and wait for him, and he almost kills himself because he didn't know whether to slide, or stand up. That was ugly.
This is a fly ball down the left field line that'll end up into the seats.
Johnny Gomes didn't even see that. He had his arms in the air. Tough time of the night.
A little bit of twilight here right now at Fenway Park.
How about back-to-back innings? Leadoff hitter gets thrown out at second base.
Napoli had it happen in the bottom of the second inning, and top of the third it is Lance Berkman. 1 to Beltre. He'll straighten this out to deep left center field. Back goes Ellsbury looking up, and that ball is gone. And Adrian Beltre has done it again. He hit his 12th home run of the year last night. This is home run number 13, and the Rangers take a 3-0 lead.
We got used to seeing that a couple years back, 3 years back, and we saw it a lot. We always talk about that back leg when he leaves, goes bridge on breaking balls, but this is a fastball he gets middle, and he goes and it gets some extension and some lift, and this guy is a player.
3rd home run in his last 4 games, and somebody's going to touch his head. Always do.
I guess you're lucky it's not a 2-run home run. But all the accolades are well deserved. This guy, he really is a great player.
This is back towards the mound. Lester quickly will fire to first, and he's able to get Cruz for the 2nd out of the inning. He wasn't an all-star until he was a member of the Red Sox, and of course he had that hamstring problem that he battled throughout that entire year, really, as a member of the Red Sox. And what a great year he had, and you kind of wonder at the time why the Red Sox maybe didn't make a larger play to keep Adrian Beltre here.
I was kind of surprised when they got him because I didn't think much of him. He had a kind of an off year got that big deal with Seattle. He hit 46 home runs with the Dodgers. He came up to the big leagues when he was young, almost like 19 or 20, and I tell you, he's done a lot of damage. He's climbing up on almost 400 home runs, and you have to watch him every day to appreciate this guy. And we did.
Also a clubhouse leader, as we talked a lot about him last night. Certainly has done that with the Rangers.
He's got the Hall of Fame waiting for him if he can do that about 3 more years.
1-1 pitch is in there for a strike. 1-2. A.J. Pierzynski with a double his first time up in the second inning. Ground rule double up over the head of Daniel Nava in right. And he'll chop one right side. Napoli will take it himself to the bag, and that'll end the inning. Adrian Beltre with a home run, and it's his manager who takes the helmet off so they can touch his head. 3-0 Texas. Everybody's having fun here at the ballpark tonight as the Red Sox and Rangers play into the third. Adrian Beltre is certainly having a good time as he just hit his 13th home run of the year, second of the series, and the Rangers on top 3-0 as Jose Iglesias leads it off.
No, I said Beltre hit 46 home runs.
Yeah,
48. Sorry.
even better.
Yes. Long time ago. Still a great player.
You're talking about guys who play on the West Coast. Certainly you did. And, you know, we really didn't get a chance to see him when he came to the Red Sox. Weren't sure what we're going to get. You see him for that one series in Seattle, one series here, and you really don't appreciate how good he is. And to me, defensively, this thing jumped out at me. I had no idea how good defensively he is.
You know, when he's flat-footed? Like
yes,
he gets flat. It's a funky thing. He gets it, stops, and just flings it.
With something on it.
Yeah, he airs it out. I mean, he is just does it all. Except run. Can't do everything. But you know, when he came here, people talked about it. Boros being his his, yeah, and they talked about, I think it was a pillow year. I asked before.
Right.
Pillow means what? You lay your head down for a year,
and that's it.
And then you leave and make more iron.
He made lots of iron.
He made a lot of iron. Looking back, you know, you think, wow, maybe we should have signed him, because he has been dynamite the last 3 years. Signed a 5-year deal with Texas. Signed real late. Remember, nobody really went after him.
There's a check swing. Did he go? No. And it is ball 4. Iglesias works a walk. And down to first he goes. Well, coming up tomorrow on Dennis and Callahan, DNC will get you ready for Game 4 of the Bruins and Penguins as Boston looks for the sweep. Also break down tonight's rubber game between the Sox and Rangers. All begins at 6 a.m. here on Nesson and on 93.7 WEEI FM. What a night last night for the Bruins. Went home in time to see the first overtime, and
they never lose. They never lose in overtime.
Never. Went on, and nobody out here for Pedro Siriaco. I got to ask you, how do you decide? And I'm starting to figure everything out now. We've worked together enough games over the years. When do you decide to go with iron when talking about money, and go with beans when talking about money? What's the difference between iron and beans? As I try to figure
iron
this out.
overall, iron is money.
It's
but beans,
all the money.
Yeah, but then you start talking about beans, and you know, players make so much money now. I kind of make fun of it. You know, you make one bean being $1 million.
That's $1 million is
so
one bean.
I kind of make fun of it. You know, hey, he's only making 2 beans. 2 beans. A lot of people would do anything for 2 beans.
But iron covers it all.
Iron covers it all.
Okay.
You know,
I'm just trying to figure it out.
I don't really know where it came from. It just sort of happened. You know, it's nothing original. All the stuff I said came from somewhere.
Right.
I mean, I didn't make it up.
You've just absorbed all this, and now it's your own speak.
Meanwhile, it's about a zillion years later. It's getting old, right?
It's tired.
It's getting tired. You got to move on. You know what I mean? It is. I get it.
Well, 2 beans is a lot of iron. I agree.
Some guys are making 10, 15 beans.
Swing and a miss, and Siriaco strikes out. That's a third punch out for Derek Holland, and there's 1 out in the inning.
Holland with his third punch out. You know, talk about changeup. You don't think of a changeup from Holland, but he punches out Siriaco. The Pit Zone on Nesson is brought to you by Amica. Amica Insurance. Great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, or life insurance.
1 out. Iglesias at first base, and Jacoby Ellsbury singled to left field in the first inning. 1 of 3 Red Sox hits on the night as he returns to the Red Sox lineup tonight. And swinging at that first pitch.
You know, we talked before about the power not being there. Boy, I tell you, you get sort of, when you look back at that year, that 32 home runs, man, he hit some bombs. In fact, he hit a ball the opposite field here into the monster seats. Is one of the, and that it sort of was, oh my goodness, he's hitting the ball the other way out of the ballpark too. It was just an incredible year.
It was 2011 when he hit 32 home runs, had 105 runs batted in, and still hit 321, so he was hitting for average.
I mean, that, to me, that he was the MVP that year. I know Verlander got it, but my vote was for him. But you know, the bar is set so high. How could you ever have that kind of a year again?
And of course, you look back to his 70 stolen base season, which was in 2009. As this one was grounded foul outside of first.
But you know, he was trying to pull, and he pulled it out of the ballpark, because we used to get on him for trying to crank, right? When he first came up.
He's not a home run hitter, and then all of a sudden he was.
Right, and we're saying, oh, my goodness.
Now he's launching.
Right. You know, I only expected, 10, 15 home runs from him. Because how are you going to hit 320 and try to crank? I mean, it's just not going to happen, you wouldn't think.
Unless you're Miguel Cabrera.
Right, oh, sure. I mean, you got to use the whole field to hit 320.
Well, I made certainly of this being a contract year for Jacoby Ellsbury. Will he be wearing the same uniform he has worn in his major league career next year?
You're talking about iron. You're talking about big iron. You know, you're going to have to give him $20 million a year.
20 beans.
20 big, large beans times 5 or 6. I mean, that's a lot of money.
So beans and years.
Right. And so that's a lot of pressure on him. You know, he's staring at that. I mean, obviously you want to win, you want to be a team player, the whole thing. You want to stay healthy is what you want to do.
Lines this into right field and is 2 for 2 in the game. A base hit for Ellsbury, so he has come back strong tonight. Iglesias takes second. Red Sox have 2 on with 1 out.
He's still got it going on. You know, flip the ball into left field, and now he gets something out over. He doesn't try to hit this ball too hard. Look, thinking up the middle, pulls it a little bit, but the hits are starting to come around. Hitting 400 over his last 10 games before he got hurt. Now 2 for 2. That average is going to climb to 300 pretty soon.
2 on, 1 away, and Johnny Gomes coming up. Gomes with a single to center field in the first inning. So right back up the middle, and the first pitch he saw from Derek Holland didn't wait around. This time he'll take a pitch that is called high. Iglesias, who walked at second base. Ellsbury at first got a base hit. Gomes will take the strike. This is the 29th start of the year for Gomes of a possible 61 games, and it seems more recently he has been coming off the bench on a regular basis. Of course, Mike Karp has been playing very well and getting the majority of the starts in left field.
And this is why he's here, to face left-handed pitching.
Well, line one to right, but Cruz is there to make the catch. Tagging is Iglesias. He'll head to third without a problem. And with 2 outs, the Red Sox have runners at first and third. Well, for every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or one where the Sox get a save, CVS Pharmacy will make a donation to Boston Children's Hospital. CVS is aiming for a goal of $25,000 in donations this season. 2 down, first and third, and Dustin Pedroia coming up.
Didn't I tell you since I've been here about Pedroia? Every time he gets up,
there's 2 men on.
That there's 2 outs, but there's guys on base all the time.
And they came up with 2 on, nobody out in the first. Bounced into a 6-4-3 double play. See what happens here with runners at first and third. Up and away for ball 1. In the dirt, and it's 2-0.
You see how they're lined up. The outfielders are playing him to hit the ball the other way. I mean, everybody's been paying attention. His approach has been the other way, you know, for a long time. And I don't know if it's about the thumb or what. You know, you wonder.
Is he uncomfortable to pull? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah. Wouldn't you think? I mean, and all of a sudden it came out of nowhere. What, a week ago they started talking about the thumb.
They started talking about it, but of course it happened on opening day in a diving play at first base at Yankee Stadium.
I mean, how do you hit 330 with a bad thumb?
But it does seem, I agree with you, a lot of stuff going the other way.
Yeah.
Of course, he did pull the home run last night.
He tried to crank there.
There's a strike in. It's 3-1.
Basically pitching him away for the most part. Pitch him away, play him away. Although the second baseman is up the middle, you don't see him.
Low throw to first base. Back to the bag without a problem with Ellsbury. Three-one fouled back. Full count.
Looked like he tried to crank there, didn't it?
Yes, it did. 95 on the fastball that was up.
I think he gets the count in his favor, then he'll try to pull. But for the most part, he's trying to be a tough out. He's so much tougher just hitting the ball the other way anyway. Let's face it, he's not a home run hitter. He's not really a typical 3 hitter. But he is with the Red Sox this year.
We'll pull this. Cranked it back into the grandstand.
Looked like a change-up or something.
Here we go, Eck. You'll enjoy this. Scoop, scoop, scoop for the home team with delicious Hood Red Sox ice cream. Catch your favorites in the freezer aisle today. Always good, always Hood.
You like to do that?
3-2. Pedroia hits one in the air to center field. Gentry going back onto the track at the wall. It's off the wall. 1 run is in. Here comes Ellsbury all the way from first base. 2 runs are in. It's a 2-run double for Dustin Pedroia, and the Red Sox are back within a run.
What a big hit for Pedroia. We just talked about him not being a home run hitter. He almost went dead central. 3-run bomb here. 3-2 pitch, fastball up, out, over. He doesn't try to hit the ball the other way. He just gets full extension. I mean, he almost hit this ball out dead center field. Halfway off the center field fence with 2 outs. 2-out RBIs is a killer. A lot of guys on base. Drives in 2 of them.
Well, Derek Holland, this is the inning that he's had the most trouble in this season. 11 runs allowed in the 3rd inning. For whatever reason, it's been a tough inning for him, and he gives up 2 so far. Tying run at second base with 2 down. Big Poppy grounded out to second base in the 1st inning. And now he takes a look at ball 1.
Boy, you don't see Pedroia hit a ball that far to dead center field. It might be his best bolt dead away. The ball seems to be carrying, doesn't it, the last few nights?
Especially to right.
Yeah.
Ortiz will chop it first base way. It's Berkman who will take it himself to the bag to end the inning, but the Red Sox gather 2 runs in the inning. It's 3-2, Texas on top. Back at Fenway, it is the top of the 4th inning. Red Sox get a couple runs off Derek Holland in the last half of the 3rd, and John Lester back to the hill, dealing with the bottom 3rd of the Rangers' order. Jeff Baker took him deep. 2-run home run first time up. Now towards the end of the bat, and a little pop up that Pedroia will run down in shallow center for the first out of the 4th inning. NESN's coverage of Red Sox baseball is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank. You put your family first, job first, even your team first. Isn't it time someone put you first? Eastern Bank does just that with products like Eastern Free Checking. Here, you're first. Eastern Bank. A very comfortable night tonight in Boston. Our showers expected later on tonight, but right now precipitation free. Pitch is in there for strike 1 to Craig Gentry. Flied out to center field in the 2nd inning. No one pitch outside, and it is 1-1.
Be nice to have a little easy 1-2-3 inning for John.
Yeah, this is pitch 60 of his outing, and Gentry did go.
See a breaking ball you just can't hold up. Reminds us of last night, that check swing that cost the Red Sox. I hate to say it cost them the game, but 2 runs scored after that, 1 being him.
Lester trying to grab that corner, cannot, and it is 2-2. He's not enjoyed a 1-2-3 inning in his outing. Rangers left 2 on in the first, scored 2 in the second, and 1 in the third. And a close pitch outside.
He's not going to get that. And that adds to the pitches. I mean, that corner's his anytime he wants it. Facing a lot of right-handed hitters. They're thinking about that cutter. He needs to paint that corner.
And a little bit low for ball 4. And down to first base goes Gentry. He's got lots of speed, and keep an eye on him. That's the 3rd walk given up by Lester in his outing tonight. He's walked 3 and struck out only 1.
That's a perfect example of it right there, right? 1 and 2, and he misses outside twice, and then he loses them. I mean, that was his hitter to take. Put him away.
So you're saying he's kind of picking at
yes.
that point?
I mean, you know, those balls were outside. He's trying to paint. Go get them.
So 1 out, Gentry at first base, and here is Jurickson Profar. Walked in the 2nd inning, number 9 man. Lester has walked the number 8 man and the number 9 man in this game. A pop-up flared foul beyond the Red Sox dugout. Number 1 prospect as picked by Baseball America, having a chance to play here on a regular basis with Ian Kinsler on the DL for the Rangers.
They missed Kinsler. He was having a good year for them.
That's for the long pause, and finally time called. Inside 1-1.
See, it drives us crazy when he does that little Statue of Liberty piece, you know, but he's got to do it. You know what I mean? Because the runner, he's trying to make the runner think, guess what? I may just keep holding this thing. You know, so he's got to change. I mean, they've got to do that. I mean, but it bothers us.
Now, nobody did more than Josh Beckett in his time as the 1-1 pitch is a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. I just don't get it. I still don't understand.
He took it to another level. He took it to another level. You know, it was hard for me. I tell you what, when they told me to hold the ball, I was so anxious anyway. I tried to count to 3. I never got to 3. I never got to 3.
2.5.
2001, 2002. I got to go. You know, I swear to God, it's just.
But I mean, what does it do? You hold the guy so the guy doesn't leave. He can't get
He's not sure. He gets a little, you know, gets on his heels a little bit, I guess, and they don't know when to go. I mean, it makes sense, but Josh used to, come on. Josh used to, the second base guy on second base, he'd look back 3 times.
Yes.
And I keep saying, we even watching the game, say, when are you going to throw it?
The ball.
Throw the ball.
Please.
Oh, my goodness. He took it to another level. He took it to Los Angeles.
Yes, he did.
That's where he took it.
Yes. 1-2 pitch coming to Profar. And that's going to bounce in.
I'll tell you, what's hard watching and him doing that, and pitchers that do that, how do you throw strikes? You know, there's no rhythm. There's not. Can you imagine holding it that long
No.
and then all of a sudden try to paint?
You can't.
You can't. It's like you're starting from nowhere. It's like, God, it's like your golf swing. I could never keep my golf club settled. I always had it moving because I need to have some rhythm, you know. I'm amazed.
You take yourself out of your own rhythm.
Right, and how do you throw strikes?
Now bounce the last one. We'll see what happens here in the 2-2 pitch. This is in the air to left field. Gomes going back and to his left, still going. And Gomes will dive out there and make the catch. That was not pretty, but in the end, a pretty nice catch out there by Gomes. Interesting route as it turned out, but in a cloud of dirt out there, he makes the catch.
I wasn't quite sure he was going to catch this thing. He was looking at it all the way, and right at the end, thank goodness he wasn't any closer to the wall. He called it late. Just gets into his outreach. Look at this. This ball's kind of bobbled a little bit, but thank God he's not hurt. I thought that was a can of corn when it went up in the air, and he turned that thing into like, whoa.
In a results-based business, he got the job done.
Yeah, it's frightening.
2 down in the inning. And Gentry at first base still. He's not yet tried to steal.
He was fully extended. He seems like the type of guy that just would just run through anything.
Yes.
Doesn't he?
Wall, whatever.
Anything, whatever. He plays hard.
Andrews will take ball 1. A little bit low that time from Lester. Andrews has grounded out twice. The left side of the Red Sox infield, once to short and once to third. Andrews signing an 8-year contract extension. Will take him through 2022. A lot of years, a lot of iron.
Ooh. They were talking about getting Upton from Arizona this whole offseason, and he was part of that deal.
120 beans.
That's 120 large beans. It's like a lottery winner. Yes. Beans. We're just jealous.
Oh,
huh?
Yeah. I'll take the contract to 2022. I don't even need all the beans. 2-1. Andrews will send it foul down the right field line out of play. 2-2. Well, on Sunday's all-new Ultimate Red Sox show presented by AAA, Jenny brings us a special announcement from the Clay Buchholz Foundation. Also, Peter Gammons takes a look at past New Englanders who have been drafted. All that and more Sunday at noon on the Ultimate Red Sox show. 2 outs in the inning. Craig Gentry, a good-sized lead at first base, not yet tried to steal. And a grounder foul. Now the draft is starting tonight. I know based on our conversation the other night you're very excited about the draft. So we'll have to wait on draft talk with you because I know you love it.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see who they got in the first round. Didn't they have an early pick?
Seventh.
See, I knew that. There's a #1 pick. Long time ago, Murphy, right?
Yes. They have drafted Trey Ball. He is a left-handed pitcher. Newcastle High School in Indiana. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and that is through the left side of the left field for a base hit. Elvis Andrews with a single. Gentry will take second base.
how many rounds they do tonight? Do you know?
I don't know.
You don't know either. There's a lot of rounds, though. Probably close to 50 rounds.
Yeah, but I think there's only 2 tonight.
2 tonight. I know that John Farrell was talking about his son being drafted later in the draft. I think he was counting on the 5th, 6th round. I think all of his sons have been drafted at some point. This being the 3rd, I believe. It's impressive, huh?
Yeah.
See a lot of 2nd generation, 3rd generation guys. Sons, grandsons playing. And I play with Buddy Bell.
I was going to say, you think of the Boones, you think of the Bells.
Yeah, I play with Buddy, and then his dad Gus, and then his son David. He had 2 other sons that played in the minor leagues. They're just a baseball family. You talk about Boones, you can't help but talk about the Boones. They're good players.
This is to left field. Gomes going back. He will make the catch. A little acrobatic in the air. Interesting inning for Johnny Gomes. Well, Jenny Dell will explain this photo when we come back here to Fenway Park. Bottom of the 4th inning, Mike Napoli, the former Texas Ranger, to lead it off. Daniel Nava and David Ross will be along in the inning. And Derek Holland's first pitch of the inning is in there for strike 1 at 94 miles an hour. Holland giving up 2 runs in the 3rd inning and a 2-run double by Dustin Pedroia. The Red Sox getting on the board at one point in this game, trailed 3-0.
You know, Holland last year missed a month of the season with shoulder fatigue. So they got to watch these guys close. We talked about Matt Harrison being out, and this kid is an important part of this staff.
This one fouled off to the right, out of play. This coverage of Red Sox baseball is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank. Running your own business takes a team effort. As the #1 SBA lender in New England 3 years in a row, Eastern Bank is a key part of your lineup. See how Eastern Bank puts you first. Mike Napoli waiting on a 1-2 pitch. Like you hear guys a lot of times getting dead arms. I mean, what is that during the course of the season? You hear a lot in spring training.
Yeah, right. You want to get that dead arm period out of the way.
I mean, do you pitch through it? Do you take time off? I mean, how do you get rid of the dead arm?
Sometimes the dead arm seems like it's never going to come back. It's going to be dead forever.
It's got to be scary.
Right? It is scary. And every year you kind of have it a little bit. And they start, luckily get it out of the way in spring training. But
what's it feel like?
It feels like you're throwing as hard as you can, and it's not going anywhere.
You have no gas.
You have no gas.
You've lost
some of your cheese. And you're naked, basically, if you have no cheese. You don't want to take the mound with no.
You don't want to take the mound naked. I know that.
You do not. You're naked out there. That's what happens. Dead on.
3-2. Is to right center field. And from right, it is Cruz who steps in and makes the catch. Just in time. It's time for a fan story. Jenny?
That's right, Don. You saw the picture before. I'm now joined by Allie and Matt here. Can you explain to us what happened, that very special moment right before the game?
We actually got married right before the game. Yep. Right before.
Right before the game. Now, why Fenway Park? Why would you pick Fenway Park to get married at? It's a special place, but...
It is. This is actually, I grew up in the New England area, and Matt actually is a big Red Sox fan from Florida and is now relocated to Texas. So it was kind of a special game for us.
And it's pretty special. They're playing Texas today here. So your first time to Fenway, what are your thoughts?
It's great. Just the whole history of Fenway and just influential on baseball itself is a great experience.
And Allie, you said you're a jeweler and you actually made the rings. So what are they made out of? How'd you do it?
They're 18 karat gold. I had to cast them. It's actually cast out of a cuttlefish. So I ended up making the two rings. They were made separately, but they both have a very similar pattern to them. They're really nice.
They are beautiful. A very special day here at Fenway. Some special fans. There's great fans in this crowd that I've been talking to right now. And we have a sign over here. What's it say? Now, Jerry's not here right now, but guys, we got you some hot dogs. So fans at home, if you have a special reason of why you're coming to Fenway Park, right into NESN.com/stories. Let us know why, and I may interview you in a future home game.
All right, Jenny. Congratulations to them both. Getting married at Fenway Park.
Saved him some iron on the ring, huh?
Yeah.
Did he?
Right? Yes.
She said she
made the ring, then he didn't need any beans to pay for.
Some short beans, okay? Yeah. He's good to go.
This is fouled off. Fan coming onto the field to grab that.
My goodness. Luckily, it was a broken bat. It wasn't a rocket, but he takes gas there.
Ooh, I think he lost his wallet or his phone or something. This is the area where we had the famous pizza throw, where one fan threw a slice of pizza at another fan.
Oh, yeah.
Handed off souvenir to that youngster. Nice effort. No two pitches in the dirt, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
That guy got some tube time, didn't he?
He did. There was a long time spent looking at him.
Rewind the tape. Check it out.
One and 2 the count to Nava. In the air to right field, and this will send Cruz over. He's handled the first 2 outs here of the 4th inning. We're talking a little bit about the draft tonight, and with today being draft day, tonight's lows never stop improving. Player is Devin Marrero, first-round pick, 24th overall selection last year's draft for the Red Sox. Marrero was the first of 3 Sox picked in the first round last year. Last 10 games of single-A Salem. He's hitting at .300. 12 for 40 at the plate, 2 doubles, an RBI, 3 walks, and 4 runs scored overall this season with Salem, hitting at .254 with 33 games and OBP of .322. 2 down here in the 4th inning. This is cranked foul down the left field line into the grandstand off the bat of David Ross.
But the draft is so important, you know, to the point. I'm not kidding. I mean, you talk about they don't sign a free agent now because they don't want to give up their first-round draft choice. I mean, it says everything because they don't make mistakes anymore with drafts. I mean, they're all over it. And if you're one of the top 10 or 11, whatever it is, those are the drafts you have to give up, right? And those are teams that don't want to do that. And so you better not miss. And you stockpile. I mean, that's how Tampa's done it. Several teams. It's the only way they can do it.
I'm always amazed by the scouts and the scouting process and going into a draft, all that goes in, and all the hours of scouting players and figuring out and projecting, especially high school guys. What are they going to do later on in their professional careers?
Well, I know it's got to be tough projecting when they're not hitting, with wooden bats. I mean, that's got to be tough. But not only that, doesn't everybody know that this guy's good? I mean, everybody knows, right?
Right.
So
We're talking about the top guys.
Right. So it comes down to saying, who are you going to take? You know, because over the years, then the number 1 pick and the number 4, one guy could be a superstar and not the other.
That's going to land foul harmlessly, as it turns out, down the right field line. 3 Rangers chasing.
That would have been a beautiful thing. We'll double down the line if it stays fair.
And Bergman was after it. Profar was after it. So was Cruz, but it lands foul.
But let's just say the year you see this ball just goes foul, misses the chalk. Bergman had no chance at that. But let's say, for instance, the year Roger Clemens was number 1. Well, he was way down the list, but maybe, I don't know what it was. I'm just guessing, but probably 20-ish. There's 20 other better guys. I mean, Roger Clemens, he seemed like he would be a no-doubter back then. Why did he go number 1?
I think I think he was 16.
Yeah.
This one is into right center field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. A little opposite field hit for David Ross with 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Well, the other question is, what do you draft? Do you draft for now, or are you drafting for what you think you might need in 3 years, 4 years?
I don't think an everyday player, when you draft him, he's going to be in the big leagues like that. I think a pitcher has a better chance of being in the big leagues right away.
It seems that way now.
Yeah, don't hold me to
right
that, but it seems to me that that would be the case. You know, Strasburg, bang. You know, number one, man, you knew this guy's going to be it. But there's not that many Strasburgs that come out every year, right? I mean, this guy's special.
Think of a guy like Andrew Miller, who was drafted by the Tigers and rushed right up to the major leagues, and that may have set him back some.
Totally, too fast.
His career.
Too quick.
Jose Iglesias batting with 2 down, and David Ross at first base.
But, you know, Strasburg was the type of guy, but if we get Strasburg, it's going to change this franchise.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, it followed through, too, didn't it? I mean, right to the point of them last year, you know, taking him out of the rotation, and the way they treated him like this guy is gold, man.
The whole innings thing.
Yes.
Shutting him down.
And then you can't, you know, if you're going to get hurt, you're going to get hurt sometimes. I think, you know, I've watched him pitch. I never thought, oh, this guy, he's going to hurt his arm. I mean, I'm not that good at, you know, evaluating the guy. How his mechanics are a little off. He's going to have Tommy John or something. I mean, there's so many of them that how can you predict if the guy's going to break down or not?
There was a whole discussion last year as to whether or not, you know, you have him pitch in the playoffs, the end of the year. I mean, the whole thing.
They were so cool that they think, you know, that if they don't win this year, you know, they're not playing very well.
No.
They're not even 500.
And Bryce Harper going to see Dr. James Andrews for his knee injury, and they are 29-30 to answer your question. 8 games back of the Braves right now in the East.
I mean, that to me is the biggest surprise. That team was supposed to win the World Series. Hooray for predictions at the beginning, because something could always go wrong. I mean, they had the greatest pitching staff, the greatest lineup, the greatest everything. I mean, everybody picked them.
Say the same thing about the Blue Jays.
Right, but that to me, the Washington, what they did last year,
And this is fouled off to the right, out of play.
But they were so cool to think that, you know, we'll be back next year, so, you know, Strasburg will be back. Meanwhile, they may not be, and Strasburg's hurt again. You know, you can baby somebody all you want, but you can't predict when somebody's going to go down. Everything's about barring injury. You can say about anything you talk about.
This one fouled off, still 3-2 for Iglesias. Saw Ron Washington go out there. He's been doing a lot more of that, going out there himself to have conversations.
Surprised I saw that. I said, what's going on?
We were out to talk to Holland.
I couldn't even come close to telling you what he had to say, because that never happens.
3-2 pitch is just going to miss. That's ball 4, and for the second time tonight, Iglesias has worked a walk. Both walks given up by Holland have been to Iglesias. MLB.TV celebrates 11 years with new low yearly prices. Watch out-of-market games live on over 350 supported mobile and connected devices in HD quality with MLB.TV Premium. Visit MLB.TV today. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. 2 outs in the inning. Red Sox with 2 on. A tying run in scoring position at second base. And Pedro Siriaco, the batter. Siriaco chops one left side to short. Andrus will go to first for the out. Good stretch by Berkman to end the inning. John Lester will be coming out to take the hill for the 5th. The top half of the 5th inning. 3, 4, and 5 for the Rangers in the inning. Lance Berkman, Adrian Beltre, and Nelson Cruz. Lester deals with strike one. Berkman's 3rd plate appearance of the night. He walked in the 1st inning, singled in the 3rd inning. Late rain falling here at Fenway Park as the inning begins, and Berkman's going to pop it up right side. It's Mike Napoli makes the catch for the 1st out of the inning. I want to remind you to vote for the Amica Pitcher of the Week at NESN.com/Amica and enter to win a $100 gift card from NESN to the Yawkey Way team store. There is the precipitation. It was supposed to be later, but apparently it is arriving now. Just started as this inning began.
Looks worse on TV.
Hope you're right. One down is Adrian Beltre. Is 2 for 2. There's been a problem tonight for John Lester. He singled sharply off the wall in left field in the 1st inning. Then he homered over the wall into left center field in the 3rd inning, getting his 13th home run.
What are you going to do now? 2-0. We got to be careful. Something off speed. Nicely done. 2-0 changeup.
His home run back in the 3rd inning out to left center field. Lester knew right away. Now a 2-1 pitch. That's going to drop in there. The curveball that time. 2-2.
That's how you do it. You get behind him and then throw off speed stuff. That's how you do it. You're not going to try to slip the cheese by him here. I'll tell you, when he played for us, I said, boy, he swings so hard like he knows what's coming. Hello? What's going on there? That they didn't feel like putting down a sign?
Maybe he thought he knew what the sign was.
Right.
3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He's back to get him on the fastball away. And that is the 2nd strikeout for John Lester. It's time now for a Toyota game break. Here's Tom Caron. All right, thanks very much, Tom. Beginning of the draft tonight, and the Red Sox have their first pick. Nelson Cruz takes a curveball for a strike. 1-1. He struck out in the first inning, grounded back to the mound in the third inning. This one foul back and to our right.
This is a nice inning so far for Lester. Getting Bergman to pop up. Beltre got himself out chasing that fastball away, but it was a nice way to pitch him. He threw him everything.
Needs an economical inning here. With 2 outs in the 5th inning. He's about to throw his 90th pitch of his outing. Cruz will chop it to short. A high hop played by Iglesias, who throws him out to end the inning. We will check out some Twitter answers when we come back to Fenway Park.
Musical icons Aerosmith will rock the house at Foxwoods Resort on Wednesday, July 10th. Get your tickets at foxwoods.com.
In the back of Fenway as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning, it is the top of the Red Sox order. Jacoby Ellsbury to lead it off. Red Sox trailing by a run. Ellsbury, Gomes, and Pedroia expected to bat here in the inning. Ellsbury 2 for 2 in his return to the Red Sox lineup. Singling to left, singling to right. Now he drives this towards the gap in right center field. This will get back and one hop up into the bullpen. A ground rule double for Jacoby Ellsbury. His 3rd hit of the night. He's come back in a big way tonight.
And this one was stung. The first 2 hits were a little kind of not a flare to left, but not hit all that hard, and base hit to right the second time up. But this ball is stung. Fastball 94 miles an hour. That ball is driven into the gap. One hop into the bullpen. 2011 Ellsbury right there.
So standing at second base is Jacoby Ellsbury to get it started here in the 5th inning. Represents a tying run. And here's Johnny Gomes. 1 for 2 tonight. A single to center field in the 1st inning. Johnny Gomes defensively in left field tonight. A couple of catches on the warning track. This one went all the way back to make the grab on, then leaping in the air for this.
One mistake on one of those catches is going to cost them some runs. It wasn't pretty, but he got it done.
Now at the plate for the third time tonight. Trying to move Ellsbury on here as he is at second base with nobody out in the fifth. Gomes will get a base hit into left field, and Ellsbury advances to third base. Johnny Gomes gets his second hit of the night.
Johnny Gomes thinking about getting the runner over, but the pitch that he gets is inside. All he could do was pull it. You see the ball up and in on him. I mean, you can't try to hit the ball the other way when the ball is right in your fingernails. He just turns on it, hits a bullet to left.
Johnny Gomes has had only 4 hits at Fenway Park this season coming into tonight's game. He's got 2 in the game tonight. Going 2 for 3. First and third, nobody out, and Dustin Pedroia the batter.
One of those hits was a slam against Minnesota.
Yeah, Pedroia with a swing and a miss, jumping on that first pitch.
Pedroia seen a lot of fastballs away last at bat. Made him pay on a 3-2 pitch off the center field fence.
They knocked in the first 2 runs of the night. Iglesias and Ellsbury scoring. And here he is again, as you talked about. He's 2 guys on again.
Is that something?
Third time tonight.
It's adding up.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
You know, Pedroia is trying to get a ball in the air, and he's just tantalizing him with that off-speed stuff. You take advantage of their anxiousness. That's what it's about. Look at those nails.
You see those. 1-2 is grounded towards first base. He goes on contact, throw to the plate, and Ellsbury will be out at the plate as Berkman throws out Jacoby Ellsbury. Went on contact here with nobody out in the inning.
I was shocked that Bergman was trying to make a play at home. This ends up being a perfect throw and tag by A.J. Przinsky. You see this little chopper gets him on the short hop. He picks it, throws it. I don't know how he threw it right on the money, and a pick. You see Przinsky, that's a great tag. How he makes this throw, a little short arm right up the baseline, tags Ellsbury, the fastest guy on the field, out at home. Great play.
So now it is first and second with 1 out as they get Ellsbury at the plate. And it brings up David Ortiz. Big Papi 0 for 2 tonight. He is grounded into the shift on the right side twice in the game tonight.
We've seen a couple of good defensive plays tonight. Gentry throwing out Napoli. And that play right there. That's a big play. That's a run. If he's safe, nobody's out, 2 on. Tie game.
And David on a check swing, fouled down by the shoe tops for strike 1.
I thought he couldn't get it out of his glove. You know, he couldn't make that play again. He did it all over again. I mean, that's a great play.
You know, Berkman, who had been DHing in the series to begin the series at first base tonight with Moreland, placed on the DL now. He may see some more time at first base. The 1 pitch is outside, 1-1. Holmes at second, Pedroia at first with one out in the Boston fifth inning. And Ortiz takes strike two. Went down the middle that time at 94 miles an hour from Derek Holland.
Ortiz doesn't seem all that comfortable up there. Ball looks like it's getting on him a little bit.
Ortiz grounds it off the mound to short it as Andrus touching second and firing to first for a double play. What appeared to be a promising inning for the Red Sox, they're unable to score. The double play ends the fifth. Rangers still have a 1-run lead. Red Sox threatened but did not score in the bottom of the fifth inning. And here's A.J. Pierzynski to lead it off in the sixth inning. Jeff Baker, then Craig Gentry will be along in the inning. Lester at an even 90 pitches. As Pierzynski lines this into right field, it's a fair ball down the right field line, and Knob over to plate as Pierzynski heads to second base. He's got his second double of the night.
Boy, you got to be careful with him, man. He is hacking. You know, he doesn't walk anyway. He's a very aggressive hitter, but you throw a breaking ball right there, a little get me over breaking ball, he hits a rocket down the line.
Let's check in with Jenny.
Well, Don, the Red Sox will get their first look at former Ranger Josh Hamilton as well as Albert Pujols and all the Angels coming into town to start the series tomorrow. So for our AT&T Twitter question of the night, we would like to ask our fans, do you expect lots of offensive fireworks from both teams in this three-game series? Send us your tweets at the hashtag Here Come the Halos, and we'll reveal the best ones later in the game.
Now the Angels coming in at 26-34 into tonight's action. They're 11 games back of these Texas Rangers in the American League West, and certainly have been a disappointment so far this year.
Oh, they have. But I remember them last year. Remember, they were desperate when they came in here last year. They took a three-game series from the Red Sox. Not saying much, but I remember how desperate that they were, and they played 9 innings hard. Remember the last game being an extra inning game. They tied it up. I tell you what, they're putting themselves in the same position again. The problem is the A's. The A's are in their way. They're up there, what, almost 10 games behind the A's. So it's just not one team to go get. You can't get that far in a hole. I don't care who you are. And you have to have good enough pitching. Because I know you have to score runs, but it's about pitching. And I don't, you think about their rotation. Weaver's been out for a while. He finally came back, but they haven't got the best rotation, especially in that division.
Swing and a miss for Baker, and it is 2-2.
But you figure sooner or later Josh Hamilton's got to come out of this.
Has to.
My God, what's he only got 18 ribbies or something? It's been ugly. And Pujols has been sort of mediocre. I mean, Trumbo's having a nice year. Trout's doing pretty much not exactly what he did last year. He was phenomenal last year, but there's 4 guys right there that can swing it.
Now, Safeco Insurance lets us take a look at the road ahead for the Red Sox. Here's a look at the pitching matchups for the weekend series against the Angels. Tommy Hanson, 2-2 in the year, matched up against Felix Dubront tomorrow night. Then C.J. Wilson, the former Texas Ranger, who is 4-4 in the year, against Buchholz, who is 8-0 with a 1.62 earned run average. And Joe Blanton, who's 1-9 against Ryan Dempster on Sunday in the finale of this series. 2-2 pitch. Is going to miss down low, full count.
Well, they let Santana go, they let Herron go, and they brought back Hanson from Atlanta and Blanton from Philly. Blanton to me was kind of a scratch the head move, because he got knocked around in the National League, let alone come back to the American League. So we're going to see him on Sunday.
And as you saw, the record just 1-9. Someone fouled straight back, full count still.
But, they're counting on their ace, Weaver. He's been doing that for quite a while now. But, when they come to town, you're thinking about Pujols and Hamilton and obviously Trout. That's the guy you come to pay to see. He is a stud, man. He can run. He can do it all. You talk about the tools, man. I get excited watching him play. It looks like it comes so easy for him. He's got pop. He can fly. I mean, he's aggressive on the bases. And that's exciting. It's fun to watch a player like that. I mean, I love the long ball too, but I like the whole business. He can go get him in center field too.
Well, he'll be here for the next 3 days, starting tomorrow night. As bad as strike 3. Baker gets the bad news from Joe West. He is rung up. 3rd strikeout for John Lester.
And you see this 3-2 pitch. This is Baker, who took him deep earlier in the game on a cutter middle, took him way back, but he gets payback here. Fastball outside corner, strike 3. That last whiff was brought to you by Head and Shoulders.
Since June 1st of last year, Josh Hamilton has hit at just .234, just to finish up our Angels conversation.
Because he was hitting out of this world. Remember, he hit 4 home runs in Baltimore. They were saying this guy is ridiculous.
Yes.
He's going to hit 60, and he's going to,
And then it just went
down. And then how about him dropping the fly ball late? Was it the last game of the season against Oakland? He dropped the ball.
That's right.
I don't know if it necessarily cost him the game. It was ugly. Yeah. Remember, Washington was talking to him in the dugout. It was ugly. And then you just knew they were going to lose that playoffs game. I mean, because it went so south.
Everything was going so well for Baltimore at the time, too.
Oh, right. And everything just went right down the tubes with Texas. But you got to give Oakland credit what they did last year. It's just a shame Oakland didn't get there, and Baltimore, and played one another. The 2 Magic teams.
It was Detroit beating Oakland last year in the playoffs.
Verlander beating them, basically, right?
Pretty
2
much.
times, right.
Pitched in game 1 and in game 5.
Well, you were there and you saw how loud that crowd was. I played in Oakland.
Crowd.
They were never that loud.
It was unbelievable.
And there's only 30,000 of them because they have the third deck closed, right?
And they got that big Eckersley 43 thing going on.
Oh, I love that. They got to have room for that.
You didn't mind when they added that up top there.
Yeah, you got to close that off. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Greg Gentry waiting on an 0-2 pitch. That's up and away, and it's 1-2.
This game comes down to just a couple of swings of the bat.
And Texas trying to add on to their 1-run advantage here as they bat in the top of the 6th inning. Pitch count rising for Lester, up over 100 now. And it's on the ground. Diving is Siriaco at third. Who looked the runner back. Throw is in the dirt, but dug out by Napoli. 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, nicely done both ends. Siriaco doesn't play third base all that often, but he times this nicely with the dive. Gets up quickly. A little short hop there, picked by Napoli. Could have measured that a little bit. Made sure he got it. Got up quickly. Not that tough of a pick for Napoli, but that's a big out.
So 2 down. Pierzynski could not advance. He began this inning by doubling to right field, still at second base with 2 down. And here's Jurickson Profar, who has walked and flied out to the warning track in left field tonight. Swinging a foul tip for strike 1.
Well, he's going for the downs right there.
Well, look at Lester's numbers tonight. 104 pitches deep into his outing. 5 2/3. 3 runs. First 2 coming on the 2-run home run by Jeff Baker in the second. And he allowed a solo home run to Adrian Beltre in the third. On a strike now to Profar.
Sort of try to get through this inning. You know, he's got pitch count up there, 105. You know, you hate to get. It's hard to send him back out there for the 7th, because if he gets in trouble, you got to hook him, and you'd rather have a clean inning for the reliever.
We do have Junichi Tozawa up in the bullpen for the Red Sox. 1-1 pitch is going to miss downstairs. 2-1.
The question being, if he lost Profar, would they go to Tozawa to face Andrus? And I don't think so. I think he'd let him have him.
This one fouled off to the right. And it's 2-2 now. Well, tonight's honorable moment is brought to you by Kettle One. Gentlemen, this is vodka. On this date 4 years ago, John Lester also faced Eric Holland, and it was here at Fenway Park. Lester pitched a complete game 2-hitter, allowing just 1 run and struck out 11 and securing his 3rd career complete game for the Red Sox. It's amazing. 4 years ago, right here at Fenway Park, same pitching matchup.
I'll tell you what, Lester was doing his thing. Remember, he punching out 225 guys a year, dominating. You expect him to do that every year. It's not that easy.
There's 3 strikeouts tonight and as many walks. 3 walks, 3 Ks. Here's a 2-2 to Profar. And that is in there for strike 3. Picks up his 4th K and it ends the top of the 6th inning. Rangers race to leadoff double by Pierzynski. Duncan-Osa nonprofit children's organization. Tonight we welcome Cub Scout Pack 555 from Burlington, Mass. to historic Fenway Park. Dunkin' Donuts committed to the community. That's into the last half of the 6th inning with the Rangers on top 3-2. Derek Holland back on the mound. And his first pitch in there for strike one to Mike Napoli. Curveball from Holland. He's now thrown 93 pitches in his outing. Mike Napoli 1 for 2 tonight. A single to center field back in the 2nd inning. This one popped up foul and out of play. 0-2.
Boy, you go back to last inning. Guys on first and third, nobody out. That play by Berkman. I mean, he hasn't even been playing first base. He's been DHing. I'm telling you, he couldn't make that play again. He couldn't. That throw, it was like a short arm. It was just a great play. How can you not score that inning?
Napoli will hit a high fly ball out to center field. Coming in on it is Gentry. And he'll make the catch for the first out here at the bottom of the 6th inning.
Boy, this is the play of the game. First and third, nobody out. Look at the short hop pick. Look at this throw. He barely got it out of his glove, and he throws it perfect. Right where he needed to throw that ball, in the inside part of the baseline. You see, and AJ just sweeps this tag, kind of blocking the plate. But Ellsbury, the quickest guy on the field, like I said, obviously he's going to go on contact, a weakly hit ground ball.
Do you know how many games Berkman's played at first base this year?
No.
This is his 2nd game
there you
at
go.
first base.
It says everything. Can't make that play. Haven't even been out there. You never practiced that. And he's not known for his glove, is he? I wouldn't think. Well, at some point he probably was, but he's getting up there.
Back in his Astros days.
Late 30s, trying to make a play like that.
And one down here in the 6th inning is Daniel Nava bats. There's Mitch Moreland, who is the everyday first baseman for the Rangers, placed on the DL today after a hamstring pull running last night in the game and having to leave the game. Nava is 0 for 2 in tonight's contest. Struck out looking in the 2nd inning and fly to right in the 4th inning. Foul fly off to the right.
There you go. 2-0 party time. He threw it right there. He missed it. That's what you're thinking. Somebody's going to run into something here, especially 2-0 count. He's supposed to throw the ball away. He goes, here, hit it. He got the head out.
Did he party at 2-1 or no?
Oh, you know, trick him 2-1.
2-1. It's fouled off.
Change up, see?
And it is now 2-2. So pretty much you only party when it's 2-0 and 3-1.
What I'm saying party is when everybody knows it's coming.
You got to throw a strike.
Yeah, it's like everybody knows it's coming and
so
you do it anyway.
2-0, 3-1.
Like you can't just try to trick everybody all night long. I mean, you got 94. Go get somebody. Until they start whacking it around, then
the party's
lanes.
over.
Yeah, then you change lanes. But 94, I'd take my shot.
The party's canceled at that point.
Yes.
Here's pitch number 100 is down and in. Your Eastern Mass Lexus dealers bring you the pitching line for Derek Holland. 5 1/3, 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 3 Ks. 64 of the 100 pitches he's thrown in the game have been for strikes.
He's going to have to get a couple quick outs to continue next inning. He showed him that fastball, but he hasn't thrown one since. There it is, another one.
And it misses high for ball 4. A 1-out walk, and the 3rd walk given up by Holland. Stay with us at after the game for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. TC and Tim Wakefield to break down all the action, and Jenny will take us into the clubhouse for reaction from the players. WB Mason Extra Innings Live. You can't go wrong when you buy right. WB Mason. And Mike Maddox, the pitching coach, and Ron Washington going over the matchups and who's coming up here and who he wants up. As to the phone goes Maddox. There's not been action in the Rangers pen to this point.
We saw Ron Washington last night get the trigger. Remember, he got kind of upset with the too many balls. Neil Kotz went out there, walked a couple guys, and right in the middle of the count, remember 1-0, he said, that's enough. I can't watch this anymore, you know. And
he'd walked 3 out of 4 batters.
He didn't like that.
And David Ross was singled in the 4th inning bats here with 1 out. Jason Frazier is just up in the pen. It's his 2nd toss since being up. So this is a new development here for the Rangers.
You see 3 out of the 4 home runs by David Ross have been off left-handed pitchers. I remember he took David Price deep earlier in the season in a 1-0 game to tie it up.
This one fouled off to the right, and it's 1-1. Red Sox have had their chances. They have left a total of 5 men on base through the first 5 innings, and Holland has not had a 1-2-3 inning in his outing. Red Sox have had at least a base runner in every inning. They had 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 2 in the 5th inning. The trail here by a run as they bat with 1 out and 1 on in the 6th inning. Here's a pop-up, foul ground, and Berkman down the line. Now into fair ground to make the catch for the 2nd out. So Ross retired, 2 down.
It's kept him off balance. I mean, you know, he gets the ball up there pretty good, 94, 95 on occasion, but you've seen some changeups that he mixes in. You see the pitch before the pop-up to David Ross was a changeup. Kind of got him off of that fastball. Popped it up.
2 outs. Nav at first base. Jose Iglesias has walked twice tonight against Eric Holland. He'll take strike 1 this time at 94 miles an hour. Iglesias coming into tonight's action hitting at .426 on the year. Sprays it foul down the right field line, and all of a sudden down 0-2.
You know, we've seen everything from Iglesias since he's come back. Some power, hit a home run in Yankee Stadium. We've seen a lot of hits, and then tonight the 2 walks. You know, because he hasn't been like he's a good hitter. I mean, like he's getting deeper into counts. He's doing it. You couldn't ask for anything better.
Not only 2 walks on the season coming into tonight, but the 2 walks tonight.
Right.
Something different.
Because usually he's hacking, and he swings hard.
They'll foul this back, and it's still 0-2. Well, Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox, invites you to enjoy and join the walking club. Sign up today and get a cool wristband plus everything you need to start a walking program for better health. Find out more at bidmc.org. Two down. Nav at first base with a short lead. Ties up Iglesias that time. 1-2. Still throwing hard here.
You don't want to walk into that. Trying to cover the outside corner, thinking, you know, he's going to throw the ball out over, and he almost hits him in the chest.
The 95-mile-an-hour fastball. In the dirt, blocked by Pierzynski. No advance for Nava.
Is it time to party again? 3-2?
2-2.
Oh, 2-2.
You're not partying yet. Party is on hold.
You're not sure yet.
This is on the ground and through into left field, a base hit. Third time Iglesias has been on in the game. Nava takes second on the single by Iglesias.
Boy, he gets a pitch to hit, and he knows what to do with it. This is after taking a pitch up by his chest. He gets a fastball, and he's yanking. Things are going well. They're finding holes.
So 2 on and 2 outs, and a chance for Pedro Siriaco as the hitting streak is now extended for Iglesias up to 10 games. Third time he has been on base tonight. Conversation going on now.
It wasn't that long ago Iglesias was a lamb in the lineup, right? I mean, you didn't think much of him. You thought that he's hacking all the time early in the count. Now we're seeing everything tonight. 2 walks, another hit, 10-game hitting streak. My goodness.
2 on, 2 down, and a pitch in there for strike 1 to Pedro Siriaco. Siriaco struck out swinging in the 3rd inning, grounded out to short in the 4th inning. That's with Nava at second, Iglesias at first.
Siriaco said something to Joe West.
That's a grounded foul and is down 0-2.
This is the kid that's aggressive, man. He hacks.
Does not wait around.
He doesn't wait around.
Has not had a great deal of playing time.
It's a big at bat tonight.
2 on, 2 down here in the 6th inning. Red Sox trailing by a run. And that'll get away. Pierzynski will run it down, but the runners will advance. Nava to third, Iglesias to second on a wild pitch.
You know, that's a wild pitch, but you know AJ knows a breaking ball's coming. It's a hard slider. He's thrown a few of them. I know he got down to block that ball. You'd think he would block that ball, knowing it's a hard breaking ball coming. It's hard to get on the catcher when a ball hits in the dirt like that, but you see those balls picked a lot.
It is a wild pitch. It has runners at second and third. 1-2 pitch. And a swing on a ball headed in. Grounded over by the Red Sox dugout. And Frazier has now been joined by Robbie Ross, who we've seen in the series. So you get a right-hander in and a left-hander up in the pen now. Of course, you got Ellsbury waiting on deck here with 2 down in the inning. 1-2 pitch again. And Siriaco strikes out on the high fastball to end the 6th inning. Red Sox strand 2 more. It's 3-2 Rangers. here as we head to the top half of the 7th inning. This call to the bullpen is brought to you on NESN by New England Ford dealers. As Junichi Tazawa comes into the game for the Red Sox, our Coors Light refrigerator. In from the bullpen, 27th appearance of the year, 4-2 with a 2.49 earned run average. 33 strikeouts and 25 in the 3rd innings. Opponents hitting at 253 against Tazawa. Sox fans, there's a new reliever in town, and he's throwing silver bullets.
Well, we've got some relief pitchers that can throw some gas. A lot of punch outs out there. Whether it's him or Bailey or Uehara or Andrew Miller, a lot of punch outs.
Well, John Lester done after 6 innings tonight and on the hook as he departs. There's the top of the Rangers order. Elvis Andrus will lead it off here against Tazawa. Your thoughts on John Lester tonight?
You know, early on, he was like, we were thinking we're waiting to see if he's going to do the same thing, pick a little bit, which he did a little bit, right? But overall, it's a good outing for him. A couple of mistakes, a couple of home run balls. Normally, Red Sox, score 4, 5, 6 runs a game. It's a good enough job to win a game. But not tonight.
Well, they ran into Derek Holland, who has gone the first 6 innings tonight for the Rangers. And the Red Sox certainly with their chances in this game. They've left 7 men on base through the first 6 innings. And just left 2 in scoring position as Siriaco struck out to end the 6th inning. 1-0 to Andrus.
You watch the stuff that Lester had. He had velocity, right? Got the ball up there. Had all of his pitches. Just lost location a couple times. But I mean, to me, that's a good outing. I mean, that's what you call a quality start, right? 3 earned runs in 6 innings.
It is, and Baker had a 2-run home run off him in the 2nd inning. Adrian Beltre with a solo shot in the 3rd. The 2 home runs you mentioned. 2-0 pitch, and Andrus was chasing after that 93-mile-an-hour fastball.
When he keeps this fastball on the outside part of the plate, he's like almost untouchable to right-handed hitters.
Tazawa had a 1-2-3 9th inning in last night's game with a strikeout against Texas. Not allowed to run in 7 of his last 8 games, dating back to May the 16th. And today enjoying his 27th birthday.
He and Uehara, they don't walk anybody. What's he got? 4 walks, 3 walks.
That's a strike and a full count.
I mean, they're exactly what you want out of the bullpen. I know Uehara gave up a double last night, but that's going to happen. These guys throw strikes. What do you want? Watch guys walk guys like last night with Neil Kotz?
That's
on
not
the
exciting.
other side. No. Gets the manager upset.
3-2 pitch. And a fly ball hit well to right. Nabu is playing shallow. He's got to go back, and he'll get there. Backpedal. Makes the grab for the first out of the 7th inning. We're talking about the strikeouts to walks. 33 strikeouts for Tazawa, only 3 walks. And Uehara, very similar numbers, 32 strikeouts and 4 walks for Uehara.
It doesn't get much better than that.
No.
And they got the punch outs along with it.
Punch outs in, not many walks.
Yes, not a lot of balls in play. Nobody can make any mistakes.
1 out for David Murphy. 0 for 2 in the game. Murphy with a swing and a miss for strike 1. That's the pitch that has been really good for Tazawa.
I mean, he's got good enough stuff, several secondary pitches to be a starting pitcher. We don't want to mess around with that anymore.
Well, I was going to ask you that. What do you think?
Don't ask me, man. Not my job.
You know where I'm going with this. This is in the air to left as Gomes heads towards the corner. It is going to be a fair ball. And play it from the corner and into second base with a 1-out double goes David Murphy. Are you a leader of a group of 20 or more? If so, a Red Sox game at Fenway Park is the perfect place for your next outing. Call 617-226-6835 to talk with a group ticket representative to plan the perfect trip to Fenway Park. A runner at second base, 1 out here in the 7th, and Lance Berkman coming up here. Berkman has been a nice play defensively. Now at the plate for the 4th time in the game. Walk, a single, and a pop out so far tonight for Berkman.
You never know when you're going to walk into a game as a relief pitcher. You know, you come in, face 7, 8, 9. Sometimes it's 3, 4, 5. You like to stay away from that 3, 4, 5 stuff.
Well, this is 3 right now in the Texas order. And then softly lined at Siriaco makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. And Berkman retired.
You know, Berkman swinging at the first pitch, a little off-speed pitch. I think he's looking for a fastball. You see the pitch here, a little curveball. Talk about his secondary pitches. Amica Insurance is a proud sponsor of Amica Pitch Zone.
2 down, runner at second base. Adrian Beltre coming up. He was trouble tonight for John Lester as he singled off Lester in the 1st and homered off Lester in the 3rd inning. John got him in the 5th, striking him out. That's in there for strike 1.
You know, you got to be looking fastball off Tazawa first pitch. He just throws a little breaking ball. That's not his good breaking ball. I think it's tough about Beltre is, you know, obviously he's got power. I've seen 2 home runs in this series, but he can hurt you the other way. He beat the Red Sox in Texas the last game on a Sunday. The line drive over second baseman's head to right field that cost him. So he's such a tough out.
Swings at the 1-1, and it's off the glove of Siriaco. Glacius will run it down, and Murphy is going to stop at third base. He kind of rounded it, but Glacius able to run it down quickly off the glove of Siriaco at third base. It is a base hit for Beltre. His 3rd hit of the night.
When that ball trinkled off of Siriaco's glove, he didn't catch it, but he nicked it, and it looked just trickled into the outfield. I thought Murphy was going to go. He would have been a dead duck. Glacius got to that ball easily because, you know, you're trying to push it. You know, 2 outs, got to make him score.
You know, 1st and 3rd now with 2 down, and Nelson Cruz coming up. Cruz 0 for 3 in the game. He has struck out, grounded out twice. Rangers have not scored since the 3rd inning as they bat here in the top of the 7th, still holding on to a 1-run advantage. It's been only 1-2-3 inning on the night, and that was for John Lester in the 5th inning. And they get Berkman, Beltre, and Cruz. Outside for ball 2.
Kind of lucky that that's not a 4-2 game anyway right now. Tazawa got away with the pitch to Beltre. He hit a bullet.
All right, it's 2-0 here. It's time to party.
I don't know, man.
You're not going to party here?
I don't think he's partying. This is a breaking ball.
Oh. This is sent foul down the left field line. Went to the curveball that time, and it is cranked foul.
Looked like he was sitting on a curveball almost the way he hit it. I'll tell you what, these guys go up there, I mean, they sit on something, and you can throw, that's not a nasty curveball, but sometimes you'll throw a nasty breaking ball, they'll be hit a bullet and just say, what up?
Like they know it's coming.
They know it. They're guess, man. They're guessing. You can look at all the tape you want, but you get in a situation, you're guessing a little bit. I think he's going to do this now.
In the air to shallow center field. Ellsbury will make his way in. And Tazawa's out of the jam. It'll be Jacoby Ellsbury who leads it off. Red Sox down by a run. Game 4, the Bruins and Penguins, as Boston looks for the sweep. We'll also break down tonight's rubber game between the Sox and Rangers. It all begins at 6 a.m. here on Nesson at 93.7 WEI FM. It was bottom of the 7th inning back here at Fenway. Rangers have a 3-2 lead, and a new pitcher now on for Texas, their second of the night. Robbie Ross, his 27th appearance of the year, 2-1 with a 1.37 earned run average, 26 1/3, 22 Ks. Opponents hitting at 248 against Ross as he takes over for Derek Holland. Went the first 6 innings and allowed just the 2 runs, a 2-run double for Dustin Pedroia back in the 3rd inning. Red Sox have banged out 9 hits off Holland in the game tonight. And 3 of those hits belonging to Jacoby Ellsbury, who is 3 for 3 in the game. 2 singles and a double in his return to the Red Sox lineup tonight. Missed the last 5 games with the groin problem, but he is back in there tonight. And it has been a very good start for him as he leads it off in the 7th and takes ball 1 outside.
Ross has done a nice job early on for Texas this year. Earning an average, what, 137. He comes right at you.
This is line to right field and in for a hit. Nelson Cruz over to play it. Ellsbury is headed for second base. He'll have his 4th hit of the night and his 2nd double.
You talk about a night, really. He's 4 for 4 off left-handed pitching. Done it, hit the ball all over the ballpark tonight. See him in a pull mode. Last time up, hit a bullet into the gap right center, and this one he pulls down the line. This is an easy double for Ellsbury. Leadoff double. Once again, the Red Sox in a good position to tie this game.
Johnny Gomes, who's had a good night. 2 hits in the game so far, both singles, 1 to center, 1 to left. And Gomes will take strike 1.
7 out of the 10 hits the Red Sox have are the first 3 hitters.
Koji Uehara up in the bullpen for the Red Sox. We just saw Tazawa work the 7th inning. Up and away that time, and it's a ball and a strike. Covidien, delivering innovative healthcare products across the globe, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation. Ellsbury at second base to start the bottom of the 7th inning.
Once again, he's got to try to get the runner over to third base. Last time up, he had the same exact situation, and he got a ball kind of inside, hard fastball from Holland, hit a ball base hit to left field. So that's what's on his mind, hitting this ball the other way.
To left, and Murphy coming in. It's in for a base hit, and to third base goes Ellsbury. Well, David Murphy, a little indecision there. Wasn't sure whether he should come on and try to make the catch, but it drops in front of him. And the Red Sox have first and third. That's the 3rd hit of the night for Johnny Gomes.
Big night for Johnny Gomes. I know he's trying to get the ball hit the other way, but once again, he can't do much with it. He's got to pull that ball. Kind of jams him a little bit. Luckily, falls in front of Murphy right here. If he would have caught that ball, it would have been like with tough luck. But Gomes has got a good night tonight, following up Ellsbury. 4 hits and 3 hits, 7 from the first 2 hitters.
Well, first and third, nobody out, and Dustin Pedroia coming up. It was his hit that knocked in 2 runs back in the 3rd inning. His double. RBI is 32 and 33 on the year.
There's 2 guys on again.
Here he is again. This is the 4th time he's come up with 2 men on. That's zipped down and in at 94 miles an hour. Action in the Rangers pen again. Jason Fraser up as he was an inning ago. It's Robbie Ross in the game here now for Derek Holland. 1-0. And it's slap foul, 1-1.
Boy, his pitch to hit right there, fouling it off.
Pedroia 1-for-1 in his career against Ross. Ellsbury at third, across the diamond. Gomes at first. Pedroia with a swing and a miss. A fastball by him.
Well, he's trying to pull. Obviously, they're giving him a run, playing back for a double play ball, but you see his fastball up out of the zone. Throws it by him. They'd be lucky to only give up one run. Texas, they take it in a heartbeat right now.
Pedroia strikes out. He does indeed. Held onto by Pierzynski. That is the first out of the 7th inning as Ross strikes out Pedroia.
Well, that is a big out for Ross to punch out Pedroia. You don't think you're going to punch out Pedroia. He's hard to punch out. He throws him a slider down out of the zone. You don't see too many swings by Pedroia like that. Thought he foul tipped it.
One out, first and third, and Big Poppy coming up. It's been a quiet night at the plate for David. Grounded out to second. He's grounded out to first, and last time up, grounded into a double play. Having to deal with all lefties tonight. Derek Holland for the first 6, and now Robbie Ross here in the 7th. Ellsbury at third base. Gomes at first. Swing and a miss. Big cut for Ortiz.
That ball is on him. Holland had some fastballs that looked like they were on him too. He got to get a ball in the air right here. You see this fastball middle. Have a funny swing at it.
Ortiz fouls it off. And a fastball middle there. 2-2.
Just a little out of sync.
Mike Napoli waiting on deck. One out here in the home half of the 7th inning.
This kid had a good slider. It's time to throw it right now. No, he's going fastball in.
2-2. And Ortiz takes that fastball inside. Too far and full count. Ellsbury at third, Gomes at first, 1 out. Red Sox trailed by a run. Ortiz will take the walk and the bases are loaded.
It's a good at bat right there.
Well, this game summary is brought to you by Xfinity from Comcast as Ron Washington makes his way out. Holland goes the first 6. Pitcher of record right now for the Rangers. Baker with a home run. Beltre a home run. John Lester goes 6 and is on the hook as Pedroia is driven in. The only 2 runs the Red Sox have so far in the game as Washington will make the call to the pen. That is the night for Robbie Ross as the pitching change from Fenway Park with the tying run 90 feet away for the Red Sox. It's 3-2 Texas. 7th inning, and Mike Napoli coming up. Of course, had a grand slam on Saturday against the Yankees at Fenway Park, or rather Yankee Stadium, and hoping to do the same here at Fenway Park as he comes to bat. New pitcher for the Rangers is Jason Frazier. 22nd appearance of the year. Former Toronto Blue Jay, 0-1 with a 3.68 earned run average. 16 strikeouts to 6 walks. Opponents hitting at 236 against Frazier. And has posted a 5.40 earned run average in his last 10 games and seen that ERA jump to 3.88. Napoli with a swing and a miss, all geared up, and can't catch up to that fastball. Was up.
Boy, he's ready for that fastball, just a little up. Trying to hit this ball over everything.
Bases filled with Red Sox. 1 out here in the 7th. Red Sox trailing by a run. Swing and a miss. Another fastball that was up. 0-2.
Oh, giddy up on that thing. You see this fastball looks like it's right there, but it's out of the zone to start with. He's just a little anxious. Red Sox got to score a run right here. They've had too many opportunities to put a ball in play.
He's one of 2 players this season to have 2 grand slams. The 0-2 pitch. Napoli will pop it up. Foul ground. Pierzynski coming back, but he won't have a play.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs right there. All of them up out of the zone.
Frazier taking a long walk around the mound. In the midst of a meeting with himself right now.
What, another high fastball?
Seeing 3 in a row. How many can you get by Napoli? 0-2 pitch. Here's a ground ball to first base. It explodes on Berkman. He goes to second with a bad throw. Back to first. Not in time, and a run scores to tie the score at 3. Ellsbury comes in the back door. Great play at second base. On the throw from Berkman initially to get the out of Ortiz. They almost turned a double play.
Well, I'll tell you what, they almost threw the ball into right field. Bergman, and you saw the pick by Andres. I mean, this is the play. This is another ball game. Luckily, they got a run, as it turns out, but this could have been disaster for the Texas Rangers. You see a ground ball. Berkman, it comes up on him, and the throw is in the dirt. Picked by Andres, the pitcher covering Frazier. Napoli just gets there in time, but look at this ball. One hops him, he catches it, almost turns 2. Play took a long time to develop. Something's wrong with Frazier.
He got stepped on, I think, at first base. We'll see. Well, Washington out there arguing, it appears, at the moment with Joe West.
Don't really know what this is about. I guess just checking up on his pitcher, but once again you see this emergency swing to Bergman. The pitcher getting over there is a tough play to turn a double play here, but his foot is in the way. Just an awkward way to. He thought he had him, but he didn't. I don't think he clipped him.
No, I don't think so either.
I think it's just he lunged at this ball in an awkward way.
So Napoli does beat it out, and it is first and third with 2 down now in the inning. Red Sox have tied the score with a run here in the bottom of the 7th inning. There's Gomes at third and Napoli at first. Daniel Nava has struck out, flied out, and walked his last time up.
Boy, that would have been an ugly double play ball if Napoli's not safe at first.
Well, a great play by Andrews to save that ball and the throw by Berkman to get that second out here for Texas. Inside, spins Nava out of the box with the fastball.
This little guy comes out here throwing nothing but fastballs.
And Frazier making his 61st career appearance against the Red Sox, second most against one team. He's faced Tampa Bay more than the Red Sox as he steps off. Missed the majority of those games as a member of the Toronto Blue Jays. Nava pops it up, foul ground. That'll get back and out of play. Pierzynski reeling off the sides of the infielders here with runners at first and third and two down. On the first, where Napoli had virtually no lead at all.
Seems like one of those times just throwing over just to make the hitter get a little more anxious.
Nava strikes out on a fastball that was very high. Red Sox tie the score with a run in the seventh inning. It is 3-3. Sugar industry to provide selection, expertise, and solution. For more info about this proud sponsor of the Boston Red Sox, visit fwweb.com. Koji Uehara into the game here for the Red Sox. We head into the 8th as the game is tied 3-3. Red Sox getting a run on the bottom of the 7th to tie it up, and Uehara becomes the 3rd Red Sox pitcher of the night. In his 25th appearance, no record, a 1.99 earned run average, 32 strikeouts in 22 2/3. Only the 4 walks given up by Uehara. And opponents hitting at 202 against him as he comes in again tonight.
Almost identical stats to Zazawa. You don't see him coming in back-to-back nights all that much.
Was last night allowed 2 inherited runners to score. Runs were charged to Craig Breslow in the 7th inning last night. As A.J. Pierzynski's led off 2 innings in this game with doubles. Bats for the 4th time tonight. He's 2 for 3. For Uehara, 20 of his 24 appearances this year have been scoreless. And Pierzynski with a big cut there, 2-1.
Boy, you think he's just going to throw a strike there, 2-0, and he throws you a little Furch ball, a little split, doesn't get there. That's nasty, 2-0.
He's swinging a foul tip, 2-2. The fastball only at 89 miles an hour.
Doesn't matter. There's deception there. Let alone being able to throw a split finger any time.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Pierzynski for the first out of the 8th inning.
What an at bat. You got a 2-0 count. He throws him a split finger, swings and misses. Throws him a fastball, swings and misses, then he puts him away with a split finger. Amica Assurance is a proud sponsor of the Mika Pit Zone.
So Uehara making quick work of Pierzynski for the first out of the inning, and here is Jeff Baker in a 2-run home run in the 2nd inning. Baker popped out in the 4th, then struck out looking in the 6th inning. Home run was his 7th of the year.
It's amazing, that split finger. It just sort of stops. And he can throw it for a strike. It's not like he's burying it in the ground.
In there for strike 2, and it's 0-2. Certainly seems like between Tazawa and Uehara, it's just easier when they come in, have clean innings, able to start the inning.
Right.
That is strike 3. Quick work of Baker and back-to-back strikeouts for Uehara. Let's send it down to Jenny.
Well, Don, with the Angels coming into town next, we asked fans if they think there are going to be some offensive fireworks between these two teams in the next series, and here are some of the best answers brought to you by AT&T. Cody said there's too much firepower in these teams' bats not to see some runs come across the plate. Ryan believes the way Buchholz has been pitching and Hamilton's lack of production, there should only be explosion from the Sox. And our last one here, this is not the 2010 Pujols and Hamilton, expecting sparklers at best, Don.
All right, Jay, thanks very much. Game 1 tomorrow night of the 3-game series with the Angels. 2 down here in the 8th inning is Craig Gentry, the batter, and he will take ball 1. And the pinch hitter here, it is Leonis Martin who pinch hits for Craig Gentry. And Martin lifts a fly ball out to center field. Ellsbury underneath it, and Uehara has a 1-2-3 top of the 8th inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 3-3 game. satisfied on the field. W.B. Mason has the bases covered in the break room with the all-star selection of food and beverage products. W.B. Mason will satisfy your cravings all day long. Who but W.B. Mason? The only pinch hitter here is Mike Karp to begin the inning as he bats for David Ross to begin things in the bottom of the 8th inning. As Karp has been starting in left field for the Red Sox. Pinch hits for David Ross and sends one foul off to the left out of play. And taking over for Gentry at the plate was Leonis Martin. Now takes over for him defensively in center field. And the new pitcher is Tanner Scheppers. His 28th appearance, 4-0. The nifty 0.93 earned run average. And breaking ball in there for strike 2.
And we saw him last night. He's got it going on this year. It came out of nowhere, and he's got some gas. Last night he looked like he didn't know where it was going. But you see the 98. They've got some pitchers, relief pitchers, that are really coming on this year. You saw Ross last inning, had a decent year for them going on. And this kid.
Well, Karp strikes out, got away from Pierzynski, who's got to throw him out at first, and he does for the first out of the 8th inning. Well, Bob's Discount Furniture is going to bat for the Jimmy Fund once again. Bob will donate $1,000 to the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon for every game saved this season. For quality, choice, and value, nobody beats Bob. Visit mybobs.com to learn more. Andrew Bailey warming again here tonight as the Red Sox try to get the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
It's a good thing Bailey pitched last night.
Just the second time in the last 11 days.
Yeah, you don't want to come into a tie game not having been out there in about 10 days. He wasn't real sharp last night.
Through 17 pitches in last night's game as Iglesias takes ball 2. He's been on base 3 times, 2 walks and a single tonight.
You got to make him throw a strike.
Three and 0. And ball 4, the third walk of the night for Jose Iglesias. Doesn't throw a strike in that sequence. And it's got Mike Maddox checking out some matchups here. 1 out, 1 on, and coming up is going to be Stephen Drew, who will pinch hit for Pedro Siriaco.
I know this kid Scheppers is having a good year so far this year, but you almost have to cross your fingers hoping that he throws strikes.
So Siriaco coming out of the game, he was 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out tonight. And it's Stephen Drew pinch hitting here in the 8th. And Drew takes strike 1.
Kind of hard to square this guy up. Every pitch is different. It's like different velocity, different zone. But he's capable of punching guys out. He's got a nasty little breaking ball that he threw to Karp.
Back to the bag at first is Iglesias.
We think Iglesias, with his skill at shortstop, he's quick. You think he could steal some bags. He's not really all that fast.
Pierzynski hopped up like he was going to fire to first. And Iglesias back to the bag.
Might have taken a strike away from him. That was a close pitch inside.
Drew fouls it back. And it's 1-2 now to Stephen Drew, pinch hitting here in the 8th. Been a big night for Jacoby Ellsbury, who waits on deck. Ellsbury with 4 hits in the game in his return to the Red Sox lineup. 2 singles, 2 doubles. And scored 2 runs from the top spot in the Red Sox order. Throw to first, and Iglesias back to the bag again. Drew strikes out for the second out of the inning. Second strikeout for Tanner Scheppers. And there it is again, that breaking ball down and in. He was able to get Carp with it. Now he gets Drew.
You know, you throw a breaking ball so bad like that and they swing at it, it's got to be nasty. I mean, it's got to be nasty. Yeah, he's got such great velocity. You have to commit to his gas. And then his breaking ball just sort of disappears. It looks like more of a hook.
So 2 down, Iglesias at first base, and here is Jacoby Ellsbury. Single to left in the first, single to right in the third, double to right center in the fifth, and then a double to right in the seventh. This pitch will straighten him up. It's been a 4-hit night already.
Be a nice way to finish it off.
Two and 0.
Not exactly a smooth delivery. Big tall kid. It's hard to repeat that delivery over and over again.
This one gets away, and Iglesias will not advance. Not far enough for Jose to try it. Workman in just his second game of the year at first base defensively, and that one glanced off him.
Ball
didn't catch it.
Yeah, the ball into the runner.
Ellsbury grounds one towards short. Elvis Andrus will go to first base with a throw, and that'll end the 8th inning. We head for the 9th. Game tied 3-3. See if Bailey will be in. Your New England Subaru dealers, Sullivan Tire and Auto Centers, And by the New Hampshire Liquor and Wine Outlets, where you'll find the best prices, selection, and convenience. It's on to the 9th inning at Fenway Park. Game tied 3-3. Defensive changes for the Red Sox. Stephen Drew stays in the game now at shortstop. And moving from short to third is Jose Iglesias. First pitch here from Bailey is going to be in there for a strike. It's the high strike call. Profar was shocked to find that out as he turns around to take a look at Joe West. He thought it was out of the strike zone. It did appear to be. That call to strike by Joe West.
Never know.
Profar fouls it back, down 0-2. And the battery for the Red Sox now. Saltalamacchia into the game behind the dish. And the Red Sox closer coming into the game here in a tie game at home. His 18th appearance, 1-0. Bailey has a 1.65 earned run average. 5 walks to 24 strikeouts, and opponents hitting at 158 against him.
Got to love those punch outs. 3 pitchers in a row.
Profar pops it up foul, stays alive here, 1-2. Right now, Ace Ticket has special savings on all Red Sox games. Visit Ace Ticket for great seats at the lowest prices, either for game or all the summer's hottest concerts. Visit Ace Ticket or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. One-two pitch. And Profar lays off. Ball 2, 2-2.
These are the kind of games coming in as a closer, tie game at home. The W waiting for you. These are the games that I would pitch 2 innings. Not necessarily 2 inning saves, but 2 innings when the game's tied at home.
This one fouled off to the left. The Rangers have their closer up, Joe Nathan. Michael Kirkman joining him as well, the left-hander. Profar will pop it up. Little bloop into shallow center. Ellsbury coming in, won't get it. Drops in for a base hit, and Profar is aboard to begin things in the 9th inning. Ended up having a pretty good at bat there as he gets that one into center field for a base hit.
Well, 95-mile-an-hour fastball coming in on him. He doesn't really get the good wood on this, kind of the label, and just takes enough off of that to just be a beautiful thing for him. A little dunker into center field.
Ended up being a 7-pitch at bat after he got down 0-2 in the count. Well, Elvis Andrus with the runner at first and nobody out. In the grass at third is Jose Iglesias, and Andrus squaring as he'll take ball 1.
You see that big leg kick by Bailey. Bailey doesn't have a slide step. A lot of closers don't really have slide steps. You can get away with it. They don't take chances late in the game, teams, unless the guy can burn.
Missing for ball 2, 2-0.
Trying to be too quick.
Andrus with plenty of experience against Bailey, 3 for 13 in his career. And he'll pull it back again, 3-0.
He wasn't really sharp last night. A little adrenaline piece, everything's up.
Murphy waiting on deck. Nobody out. Lead runner on for the Rangers here in the top of the ninth. And taken there for strike one. 3-1. First strike thrown by Bailey here to Andrus.
He's going to make him throw a strike.
And he offered at it. It is strike two, full count.
You wonder here is like a second thought, punching at the ball. 3-1 pitch.
He leads the Rangers in sacrifices with 4 on the year.
See if he took off the bunt here. 3-2. See if they run. What are they going to do here?
And he keeps it on, and he gets the bunt down. It is picked by Napoli, who throws to first with Pedroia covering, and the sacrifice gets done by Andrus. With 2 strikes on him, he tries it and gets it down. NESN's post-game coverage of the Sox begins right after the game with WB Mason Extra Innings Live. Tom Caron and Tim Wakefield break down the highlights, while Jenny brings you player reaction and game insight. WB Mason Extra Innings Live. You can't go wrong when you buy right. WB Mason. So the potential go-ahead run in scoring position for the Rangers. 1 out here in the ninth, and here is David Murphy. 1 for 4 in the game. He doubled in the 7th inning. Murphy takes strike 1.
Saw what he did last time, that double that he flipped down the left field line. That's always on my mind facing a left-handed hitter. Like they're just going to flip the ball the other way.
Flips it foul this time down the left field line, and it's 0-2. Derek Holland, who started this game, went the first 6 innings giving up 2 runs. Not part of the decision now, as it is a 3-3 game. Of course, John Lester had been on the hook. He went 6 innings giving up 3 runs.
Well, the Red Sox have had their chances all night long. So put him away with a breaking ball. No.
And Murphy stays alive here, fouling it off. Still 0-2. Murphy will pop it up left side of the infield. Jose Iglesias. He'll step into foul ground and make the catch for the 2nd out of the ninth. So Murphy unable to get the runner along. 2 down.
Puts him away with a little breaking ball, a little pop up, a little easy out.
And a quick trip here to the mound as Saltalamacchia coming out, and so is Juan Nieves, with Lance Berkman coming up.
Well, you're sure not telling him to say, hey, let's pitch around Bergman so we can get to Beltre.
No, that is not part of the equation.
That's not part of the deal here.
I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't think so either. Maybe he's just reminding him how he wants to get Bergman out. I don't know. But you do have a base open if it matters.
And Berkman tonight has walked, singled, he's popped out and lined out. Ball 1 inside. Fastball again from Bailey. Berkman fouls it back. 1-1.
Going at him inside with fastballs first 2 pitches.
A tough stat for both teams tonight. Rangers 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Red Sox 3 for 14. Red Sox have left 10 men on base through the first 8 innings. In this 3-3 game with 2 outs in the top half of the 9th inning. Berkman with a swing and a miss. That high fastball 94 that time.
Boy, that ball's not even close. I guess he's looking fastball, gets it, and thinks he can get on top of that. No chance. Hitters get what they see, what they get, and then they just swing at it regardless where it is.
Swinging a foul off Saltalamacchia. Fastball right down Broadway.
Well, he got away with one right there. He's probably trying to throw that ball up and out of the zone, and he throws it right down the middle.
Berkman strikes out. That ends the top of the 9th inning. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Johnny Gomes will lead it off. Season total at 67 with Hess and Hess Express donating $500 to the pediatric trauma program at Boston's Children's Hospital for every Sox home run. The donation stands at $33,500. Our thanks to Hess and Hess Express, committed to helping the cause. And the Rangers bring in Michael Kirkman into the game. His 25th appearance, some tough numbers. 0-1 with a 6.95 earned run average. Opponent sitting at .351 against him. Only 5 strikeouts to 14 walks. He comes in here for the bottom of the 9th.
Well, hopefully he continues what he's been doing all year long. Getting knocked around.
Johnny Gomes leading it off here for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 9th inning. And Gomes not waiting around. Sends it towards the gap in left center field, and this is going to get down. It'll one-hop the wall. Gomes headed to second base. He'll get there with a double to start the bottom of the 9th inning. Johnny Gomes, who had 4 hits at Fenway Park this season, has got 4 hits in the game tonight.
You know he was due. He was due to break out. Great at bat right here, jumping on a fastball. He's not messing around. He's lucky that Kirkman's lucky he didn't go deep on this ball. One hops the wall. Easy double for Gomes. Red Sox continue to put pressure on Texas this whole game. They just haven't been able to break through.
We got to go back to 2011 for his last 4-hit game. Gomes at second base with nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. There's Dustin Pedroia, who drove in 2 runs with a double back in the 3rd inning. They're going to put him on with first base open.
You don't see that very often, Dave.
No.
I mean, really.
Going to go the lefty-lefty matchup against David Ortiz.
I don't think this is it's happened, if anything, once ever. It's like a slap in the face. I don't care if he's left-handed or not to David. David never has this happen. Ortiz really hasn't looked all that good against the left-handed pitchers tonight. I know he walked last time up, taking a couple of tough pitches by Ross.
Nessa Daily brings you everything you need to know about the day in Boston sports. Will bring you unsurpassed team coverage heading into Game 4 as the Bruins look to sweep their way past Pittsburgh into the Stanley Cup Final. Also recap tonight's rubber match from here at Fenway. All that and more on Nessa Daily tonight following our Sox coverage. Mike Maddox on the hill here talking to his pitcher after they intentionally walked Dustin Pedroia. And it's 2 on, nobody out in the bottom of the 9th inning. Joe West out to break up the meeting. Ortiz tonight has gone 0 for 3 with a walk in the game.
Maddox trying to pump up his pitcher. If you're okay, go right at him.
Potential winning run in scoring position at second base in Johnny Gomes. Ortiz drives it to right field. Nelson Cruz going back, going to be over his head, and it is gone into the bullpen. A 3-run home run for Big Papi. The Red Sox win in spectacular fashion. Fifth walk-off win for the Red Sox, and David Ortiz putting it in the bullpen and saying, take that to your intentional walk.
Isn't that incredible? You know, first pitch, I thought it was a line drive. I said, get over Nelson Cruz's head. Got over his head all right, went into the bullpen on a line. He's a walk-off master. Ortiz, he's been doing this for a living a long time. I don't think he's ever seen somebody walk somebody in front of him. We talked about it, but he just leaves here. He knew he hit that ball on the screws. I don't know if it had enough height, but he can have the slowest trot, anything he wants right now. Look at this ball. Just gets over in the bullpen. There's a game winner right off his bat. That's what you call a walk-off piece.
Now the Red Sox with a victory tonight, 6-3 the final as we send it down to Jenny Dell.
David, it was the 5th walk-off win for the Red Sox, a 3-run home run. What are you feeling right now?
Good. I mean, I'll be fighting all night, you know, trying to put the ball in play and make something happen, you know, but, you know, we just keep on fighting. We never give in.
Jacoby Ellsbury returned to this lineup, and he helped out in a big way. 4 for 5 tonight. What does his addition do for the Red Sox?
Man, it's unbelievable. You know, Els is the kind of guy that he always get ready, come and get his work in, and I know it's going to be fun.
Were you motivated getting that intentional walk right before you to go out there and hit that bomb?
Oh, you know, Papi.
Thank you, David.
Let's have an exciting night from Fenway as the Red Sox walk off with a 6-3 win.